Alright, so welcome to the first official RPG session for Fabletop Roleplay. We'd like to give a shout out to Little Shop of Magic for letting us host here. I want to give a shout out to Best Buddies, Left Side 91. If you have, if you like anime and you're trying to find a place to find anime-inspired clothing, leftside91.com will have your needs. And I want to thank Hyper RPG for inspiring us to kind of do this. Hyper RPG is another tabletop podcast that I would consider them. I would consider them probably what started the online, but I could probably be wrong about that. But they are really good, so I would suggest Hyper RPG to check them out. Today we are doing Power Rangers Forever, which is the name of the campaign we are doing. And I'd say we are ready to get started.
Let's do these.
Sarsaparilla.
No.
Not your favorite?
No. I like root beer best.
In other words, he's not a granny slammer.
Well, what you should probably do is, try not buy that brand again, but there's good sarsaparilla out there, I do promise.
Okay.
Okay, anyway.
Promises.
So,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to give you guys backstory, and you guys will see, you guys will know about prior engagement before we get to you guys. There is another dimension. In this particular dimension of living is Ranger Prime. It is another universe where all, core Ranger powers exist. If it is out there, somewhere in the multiverse, it exists here. In this fortress, I guess, of solitude, there's a single lone ranger known as the Millennium Ranger. This particular ranger guards and almost makes it being the only guardian to keep these powers safe. In the center of this particular fortress is the Crystal of the Guardian. The Crystal of the Guardian is exclusively the power source of the Millennium Ranger and the powers in general. Without one, the other one cannot exist. If you destroy one or the other, they both go away. However, stealing the crystal and using it is not against the rules of this universe. That is where Lord Drakius comes in.
Draken?
No, Drakius. Lord Drakius is a villain of this universe. One that's been trying to get at the Millennium Ranger for years, millenniums. Years and years and years of just trying to steal the crystal for himself. What has happened is he has finally amassed an army big enough to overtake the fortress. This fortress is attacked with tens of thousands of minions from the multiverse that he was able to gather. One after another, they finally storm the fortress, and inside, the Millennium Ranger fights for his life. And he fights to keep that crystal safe. What he does end up doing is managing to dwindle down the numbers until it's just him and Drakius left. When Drakius and him come to final blows, before the blow is dealt, the Millennium Ranger takes the last of his power he's able to summon and shatters his own crystal, sending them through space and time. The shards come in different sizes and forms as they go throughout the multiverse. With that, he looks to Lord Drakius and goes, "You cannot destroy me, for you destroy the crystal. And if you take the crystal as it is, you'll never be able to reassemble it. You are at a standstill. Sorry, but this is where your fight ends." And Lord Drakius chuckles a little bit and goes, "I will be back. And when I am, I'm taking that crystal. And I'll know when you're done, because I'm going to be looking for the pieces myself." And with that, he leaves the den. The Millennium Ranger goes ahead and slowly gets up from the ground and walks over to his computer, which is now kind of busted up. It does need to be fixed. The place is a wreck. It looks like a major battle took place here, no doubt about it. And as he goes ahead and starts typing in coordinates and places where the crystals could be, he's also looking for new guardians to help him reattain the crystals and save the universe. The multiverse, even. That is where we're going to start up. year are you from, Jacob?
2014.
Okay. So in the year 2014, in your era, the Mega Rangers are a thing. You know, that is where they essentially, you know, they may not be in your particular area, but they are around. You have heard of them. What are you currently doing? Where are you?
Home.
You're at home, waiting
Yeah.
for a call or what?
Yeah, waiting for ops.
Waiting for an ops mission? Okay, so, Marine Black Ops Commander Jacob Anderson. You are waiting for a call. Go ahead and roll me a mind check. That's 2d6.
Yeah. I don't have dice. Yet. 5 and a 3.
So 11. Okay. So, with that, you go ahead and you're looking around. Are you married or anything? Do you have
No, single.
5 kids and you're single? Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and you look around. And, you have a dog?
Yes.
Your dog starts barking in the backyard. Really loudly, too. Very suddenly.
Rap.
What?
Get off my property.
When you walk outside... when you walk outside with a gun... That's the fact that your neighbors must think you're crazy. You go ahead and you see your dog barking at what seems to be a large white crystal with silver specks in it on your, like, in the backyard. Kind of just looks like it's kind of slightly embedded into the ground.
Don't need this. Set the gun back down in the kitchen and walk out there.
And so with that,
I go look at it.
you're gonna go look at it?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Your dog's still kind of barking at it, and when he sees you kind of lean down towards it, the dog backs off, and I want you to roll me another mind check. No, roll me a soul.
So?
Yeah.
What's that?
Eight.
Wow, snake eyes.
Okay, so you go ahead and yeah, you pick it up and you're kind of shocked almost because when I mean shocked, like when you pick it up, yeah, you're a pretty strong dude and you've been training in the Marines for I don't know as long as you can remember. But when you pick this crystal up or even touch it, you get like a sense of I don't know, almost like you have more strength than you've ever had.
Huh.
And then
Is it big enough to put in my pocket?
it's big enough that you can hold it and probably use it as a weapon if you wanted to. The crystal itself is not that big. Well, yeah, you can put it in your pocket. It's going to be sticking out.
Is that a rock or are you just happy to see me?
Okay.
Oh boy.
Then you start hearing mechanical clanking, almost as if it's coming from above you. Roll me a mind check. Okay, cool. Yeah, you kind of pick up the crystal and you're like, turn around. And when you turn around, you see these gray and red almost looking robots with gold heads. And they're like, and they jump down as they start kind of heading towards you.
Oh, hell no.
Get them off your
I
property.
try to get my gun back.
They're actually blocking the doorway.
Good, I found slide between their feet and get my gun back.
So you're gonna run full sprint and then try to actually like
dodge through
them.
Yeah.
Why don't you roll me an acrobatics check?
Not bad. Not bad.
So
15.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you go ahead and run full sprint towards your house and slide underneath one of these bots. And, you know, they're kind of like, you know, and they turn around as you run back inside and grab your gun. And I'm going to assume you're going to fire it off. at them?
Not immediately. I'm gonna hold it to him and like, what the heck are you?
Okay. I'm gonna roll an attack.
Old man
roll.
Jenkins.
Right?
One of these things are gonna be crazy enough to just straight up punch you, regardless you have the gun to them.
I already know this.
Oh.
Oh, thank God.
Go ahead and roll me an attack roll.
Alright.
It's gonna be an ACV check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the perfect 6.
Funny enough, is that if I was using the real sets, you'd still beat them. Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and you straight up like go ahead and jerk the gun away from them, and then when you straight up shoot them, when you shoot the first one with it, because you know he just tried to punch you. Yeah, it just goes. Ding, ding, ding.
Mother.
The second one, a second one is going to try to push past that one, and it's going to try to attack you again.
Son of a biscuit in the hamster.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an ACV.
You suck, man. Oh, not bad.
13
Double
for
force.
you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and defend against that one too. It's, you know, he pushes past the one, and when he tries to go ahead and attack you, it's, you know, you manage to out defense him again.
Do I have a grenade launcher on my tactical rifle?
No.
Damn it.
No. Besides, you're in your house. You know you're gonna blow the.
I wouldn't care at this point.
Yeah, you're as likely.
You're a
to blow-
commander.
Eliminate.
You're a commander. Remember, try to think like one. You're not Terminator.
I know.
And
No,
the third
fucking
one
right.
cannot actually move past them, so he's gonna hold his action. Go ahead and you get an attack roll now. What are you gonna do?
Then try to communicate with it again.
Right now, they're just making bleeps and sound effects. Like, you know, you've heard like this from science fiction movies you've probably seen on your time off. These things are probably robots.
Okay.
Try bleeping and blooping at it and see what happens.
I do.
Go, no,
Go ahead, try to communicate with it.
Alright, so I make a rule.
Make a languages
Isn't
roll.
there
Just for
movie
giggles.
like
Go
that?
ahead, make a
Uh,
language
with,
roll.
Oh, nice.
First
6.
encounter for the third.
You're a
I don't know
Marine.
that.
I'm assuming that they've trained you in
7.
other languages.
So-
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Nice.
Talk to it like.
Leave.
They're like. And they kind of punch at you.
Basically,
Oh.
you just called his mother a toaster oven. The gravest of insults.
Your mother was a toaster oven and your father was a
Oh.
blender.
I think I might have barely got hit.
Yeah, you did actually. You got hit for 10 damage. So you go and they're just punched in the face.
Ow.
And yeah, these things are definitely made of metal. It kind of hurt. So you take 10 straight damage. Just keep track of it for now.
Got it.
And you go ahead and you go ahead and make an action.
Do I have a safe room?
You do. Keep in mind that I'm gonna have you roll a soul check again.
Okay.
Go ahead. Roll for soul. More soul than James Brown. Cool.
I'd
You-
find that highly suspect.
Right. So you go ahead and you. Okay, you feel like a strange like power surging through you from still holding this crystal because you're kind of like, you know, I'm guessing you put it in your pocket, even though it's
Yeah.
big, but you kind of feel like a surge, like because it's still kind of making contact with you. You feel like an odd surge of power still surging through you.
I go straight at it and punch it.
Okay, roll an ACV.
Hey, get out of my house!
You really do sound like a crazy old man.
I know.
Yeah. You go ahead and hit, and when you like, pow! When you go ahead and straight fist punch him right through his head, yeah, he flies past the other two and hits your fence, and then disappears. Like you see it like break up into
Oh,
junk
nice.
pieces before it disappears.
Oh yeah.
So what you just saw happen was him going, "This is my purse. I don't know you," and then him hitting him in the balls.
Okay. One's gonna come at you. Go ahead and roll. DCV.
Mom.
And then yeah, you go ahead and he goes ahead and tries to attack you, and you go ahead and block it. And then the second one will go ahead and attack.
Oh, That's gonna be a problem.
Might be. Go ahead.
Oh yes.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. No. You also guard against that. So you go ahead and roll. You have both of them right now, like side by side next to each other.
Where I want him. Oh, okay. Double kick.
So wait.
Wow, wow.
So are you like a scissor kick, like where you're doing 1 and then 2, or
No,
you...
just one like, cause I'm not martial artist. I'm just a marine. I would know how to kick 2 at once with one motion.
Okay, so you're gonna drop kick them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just straight up, bah, bah.
So brute force attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna go ahead and drop kick.
6 and 4.
Oh, that's 15 for you. That's not a 15 for me. Okay, so you go ahead and you drop kick both of them outside your back door, and you see them fly back like, and then they hit the fence, and then they bust up into pieces.
I go look at the pieces.
As you actually walk forward there, you get teleported, and of course you drop your gun in your backyard.
Yeah. That would be into like what the.
All for the little kids to find.
Now let's see who goes
For
next.
the love of money. Them little baby kids.
Jason, what are you doing right now? What time frame are you in?
2010.
2010? Operation Overdrive Rangers are a thing throughout the universe where you're from. And while you've heard of them, they haven't been very prevalent on Earth, but they've still made a name for themselves through the universe. What are you currently doing?
Studying for my exam.
In your dorm room?
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a mind check, please.
Am I doing all the cussing so far?
You're doing good.
I just figured blank it out myself.
13. Okay.
No.
Okay. While you're sitting there and studying, around you, do you have like snacks and other things to kind of keep you at your desk?
Some tea and a sandwich.
Okay. You go to reach over for your sandwich. What you haven't noticed is what ended up on top of it. So when you go to pick it up, you kind of feel something kind of odd where your sandwich should be.
Squish it.
Looking over, and it's a crystal, a pretty sizable one too, about maybe half the size of one of your textbooks.
I pick it up and I look at it.
Okay. You give me a soul check.
14.
Okay. It feels a little strange. You've never been much of a physical person, but when you gonna slowly put a bookmark in where your book is, and when you close it, you almost feel like you could have probably put it through the desk as you pick it up. Like, even just the simple act of closing it, you feel like you put too much force even behind closing the book.
What is? No.
And you hear a sudden knock on your door. And then it sounds even more viciously being knocked, like really loud one too.
I get up and I go to answer.
When you go ahead and answer the door, there are these gray creatures, with red eyes, and they're like, and they come busting through the door. 3 of them.
Isn't it alert me for help?
One of them's gonna attack you. Go ahead and roll me DCV.
My robot must have thought I was mocking it.
Crit.
16.
Nice. Yeah, you go ahead and you, this one throws a punch at you, and you end up dodging it, probably a lot quicker than you realized you can move. The next one's gonna try to attack you.
15.
Yep, and you blocked that one too. The third one has to lean behind because your dorm room is not exactly a full-fledged apartment, so it's a little tight in there. But the door's closed now as they move in.
Judo
I want
block.
to pick up my coat rack and swing it at them.
You're gonna grab your book and swing it at them.
Coat rack.
With a coat rack.
I'm
Go
a
for
judo
it.
man.
Judo attack roll.
9.
You go ahead and swing it at one of them, and it dodges. Are you gonna swing at a second?
Yeah.
Go for it.
16. No, 15.
Yeah, you go ahead and you swing and hit one of them. It flips over its friend, and you can almost kind of see it like, and when it lands, it melts into the floor. There's no mess or anything. It just melts into the floor.
Pretty cold.
One of them is going to go ahead and attack you. Try to get past the coat rack. Okay.
9.
And we matched, so you go ahead and you block a hit from the buddy, and second one will attack you. Go ahead.
Ooh.
10.
That's a spicy one.
That one ends up hitting you where you stumble back into the wall. So go ahead and take 10 damage from that.
Want me to help you?
And you go ahead and attack. Your turn.
Oh,
Try swinging again.
Okay.
16.
Yeah, you go ahead and you smack one where it fumbles over your
Oh,
bunk, where you hit it over your
Sorry.
bunk and hits your closet, and it ends up being it ends up vanishing into
That's
the
good.
door.
birthday cake.
I'm gonna try swinging for the last one.
Okay. Go ahead.
8.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and you end up swinging and actually taking him out too. And once it hits the floor and ends up vanishing, what are you doing?
I go over to my desk. Outside.
You put down the coat rack, you walk over to your desk. The minute you grab your phone, you teleport. Who's next? Diogenes. You are in Time Force Laboratories.
Mm-hmm.
You're 3018? No,
3222.
3222. Time Force Academy has advanced many, many years. The Hyper Force Rangers and the Time Force Rangers both keep the universe safe from different disasters. You work for the science department of the academy,
Mm-hmm.
which develops tech and new things for the trainees and other things. What are you doing currently?
I'm going to the park for lunch.
Okay.
You know,
Like one close to the school or one like in the middle of the city?
in the middle of the city. I have a preferred park I like to go to.
Okay. When you get there, what are you like looking to eat? Like, what are you grabbing from a food truck or food cart?
Oh yeah, you know, I mean, being what I am, I can eat pretty much anything I want now. So I find myself one of those little tempura stands and get some shrimp tempura.
Okay. Yeah. The just in a different reference, you know that in previous years, you know, food has become a lot healthier and better to eat for everyone. So shrimp tempura in your timeline is almost like heaven because it just tastes way better than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Then, you know, you've had to sample and test through time what other shrimp tempura have tasted like, but this is by far the healthiest tasting you've probably
And
had.
this is my favorite stand.
There you go.
This is like, well, I feel like I want to indulge. I go here, get myself a little wedge of the sticky rice, some wasabi, shrimp tempura, you know,
And
why
enjoy.
not?
There you go.
go to my tree, sit at the base of it, just sit there and eat and enjoy the surroundings.
Okay.
It's that moment where like I can eat and I can just let my mind it actually just sort of empties a little bit. The normal background noise, like from my thoughts and memories and all that, it just sort of, it's like that moment of zen.
Okay.
So it's the reason why this is when he's, especially on the days that he works, this is his preferred place. So anyone who knows him, if they want to find him at lunch, this is where they go.
I'm gonna say you're about halfway through your lunch break. Roll me a mind check. Okay.
Shake a leg.
14.
Okay. One of the professors you work with, he is been there and he mentored you when you first entered as working for the Time Force.
Did any of these people know my father?
Yeah, they all knew your father. Some of them thought they were quack, and some of them thought he was a quack.
He was a little out there.
He was.
But he was smart.
This
and that's
guy
why.
decided to take you under his wing and get you a job at Time Force because he knew your father.
Mm-hmm.
He's a brilliant man. This person's name is Dr. Samson. Not Samson, Samson. And he walks up to you because he knew where to find you. And he walks up to you and goes, Diogenes, this is what I found. Just appeared in our laboratory. And he hands it off to you. It's a crystal. And this is a pretty sizable crystal, about the size of your forearm.
So it's like
Yeah.
long and like that.
Yeah,
big.
about that.
Sit there, take it, kind of twirl it in between my fingers. Interesting.
And what's strange is that,
Non-ferrous.
what's kind of strange is that these non-mutant things are been kind of eyeing me from a distance. And he points. You see that they're, if you looked at them, they are kind of like, they look like the Cyclobots that the Time Force Rangers fought with their gray helmet and X over their face. They're holding like little hatchets and they're going like this. And they're kind of like in the distance, they're kind of like eyeing you guys.
Fascinating. Maybe they're a mutation, an offshoot.
Maybe.
Perhaps we should get the others to come and study them. Sit there and it's like just unconsciously playing with the crystal, just like sort of twiddling it.
Roll me a, I want you to roll me, because history's not a thing. Roll me, science.
There's a bunch of science. Biology? Biological science?
No, what would you consider, the science, the time of, like, science time, like history?
I
need one of these.
It wouldn't be physics, wouldn't be police. Military history, possibly. Military science, probably.
Let's go military.
Because,
Roll
I
me
mean,
military science.
The only reason why I'm saying that is because any encounters and fights with things like what you're describing and what the Power Rangers do would probably be studied under military science for
We'll go with
tactics.
military science for Time Force. Go ahead.
Why not physics? Or physical?
I guess that could be either way. So either physical or
It doesn't matter
yeah,
which one
because
I
you have a
choose.
6 in all sciences. So
Okay, so that plus that, and that's it. Just the skill on the dice roll.
that's it.
16.
Okay. You remember 2 things in Power Rangers history. One, the Zeo crystals were about this size. But this is not a Zeo crystal. But the energy radiating from them, the way that you've felt through the simulations, this has the same power, intricacy as the Zeo crystals. The other thing you remember is these things that are following you. These are X-Borgs. They are what the Megaforce Rangers fought in 2014, 2015. What they're doing here, you don't know.
2 things come to mind immediately. One, there seems to be some sort of temporal anomaly. They should not be here. And this is almost reminiscent of one of the old Zito. Too much shrimp. Just a touch too spicy today. This crystal reminds me of the old Zeo crystals, but They tended to have a very specific shape, and this is very non-specific. Almost like a raw crystal, something broken off of a much larger piece. And they're getting closer.
They are. Go ahead and roll me a soul check.
$11.
Okay. When you are you standing up?
Yeah.
When you go ahead and stand up, you kind of now feel like the
I don't wear shoes.
okay.
Well,
Yeah.
just the way his feet are, they're not like they're not like human feet, so they're more feline.
Right.
So, when I do have my feet wrapped, but I don't wear shoes unless I'm in the lab, and then they have special shoes, and those are uncomfortable. Which is the only reason why I don't normally wear shoes. So it's just kind of like...
You go ahead and you feel surges of power kind of coming from the crystal as you're holding it. And it's kind of strange because, when you normally, throw one of the shrimp tempura sticks into the garbage, it's a little flick. This, you kind of with really great accuracy and power to the point where it's sticking to the metal of the garbage can.
Fascinating. I unzip one of the pockets on my pants. I slip the crystal inside of it. Zip it back up. Doctor, go fetch help.
I'll do that. Are you going to be okay here?
I think they're here for me. Just an educated guess.
I'm going to guess they were after me, and because now you have it, they're probably after you.
Well, considering what I just did, I think the crystal was meant to be in my possession. At least for the moment.
I'll go get help. I'll see if I can get some Time Force officers. And he runs off. Go ahead, and one of them is going... roll me a d6.
Just 1d6?
Yeah.
5.
Okay, I will let you take first strike. Go ahead and... these things are now close enough where they're about 10, 15 feet away from you. You can make a solid attack.
All right. Strike a pose. Why not? He's feeling particularly froggy, and he's feeling this abnormal surge of, abilities. So it's like, okay, let's see where this takes me.
You,
this
you're
isn't
going to go into a cat warrior stance for
Experience 1.
Well, I'll start doing a cat warrior stance, and then shift into something a bit more exotic.
Okay.
Water style.
Sure. Okay.
And just and then in the back of my mind, it's like, mental note, experiment 1. I don't know what this crystal's fully capable of, but let's see what I can do. And then I'm just, the one that's nearest me, I'm going to attempt to slip behind him and throw him into one of his companions.
Okay, go for it.
Kill you.
Okay, so body, right?
No, ACV.
Okay, so 7. That did not work out very well.
No, because you try to slip past, and it literally grabs you, picks you up, and right into the ground.
Can I attempt?
Ow.
10 damage for you.
Hold on. Before we do that, I would like to attempt to acrobatics myself back onto my feet instead of being slammed. I want to try and avoid the damage and just try to do the acrobatics thing.
If you make a successful acrobatics roll, you will take 10 damage because you will have to eventually still hit the ground, but you will not take.
I'll be hitting it harder than
you would have.
Hitting it with the same force, but I'll be on my feet. Not
with your
prone.
acrobatics, roll me a total of 10 or higher.
10 or higher.
Yeah. So you essentially need a 4 on the dice.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, cool.
Total.
Perfect.
Yeah. Then you go ahead and.
I still take the 10 though.
Yeah. So he picks you up and goes to slam you. Let's go just enough, but then your feet take and bounce up like the kip up, and you manage to
Ow.
you manage to actually take a step back, so you're still now at least 5 feet away from them.
Obviously not a simulation.
Kangaroo status.
Time to dial it up a little.
The first one's going to go ahead and straight up jump at you with his axe and try to hit you.
Damn.
Oh, sorry.
DCV.
$12.
Yeah. So it jumps up towards you, going, and goes to slice at you, and
Sidestep?
Yeah.
And so it's like just take a step.
And because I rolled really low on that, go ahead and give me an ACV check. Go ahead and you get a free attack.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so 12.
Okay. 12. Yep. Go ahead. Your attack successful. What do you do?
So he hits the ground with the axe, and with that forward momentum, just kind of like step. And there's that momentary look, cock, and then just sort of, because he's still sort of moving forward, just grab him the equivalent of where its belt would be, and
Toss.
So.
right into the tree.
Yeah, and he hits the tree, and when he hits it, his body goes like this, and just before he hits the ground, he vanishes.
Unfortunate. Next.
Okay. The other two are there. One of them is going to make another axe jump towards you. Go ahead.
He needs your drink.
He's resting his eyes. His thumbs are moving.
He's
So DCV or ACV?
It's a DCV.
Okay, so 13.
Yeah, you go ahead and you defend against it by sidestepping in. And this one manages to hit the ground, but I did not, and then kind of step away. So you don't get an attack off it, but you did defend against it. One is going to go ahead and, the last one is going to go ahead and attack you with it, but he's just going to run at you and try to slice.
Martha.
This is for Billy Bob. And from this day forward, the one that I killed against a tree will forever be known as Billy Bob.
Go ahead and DC.
You're the one who killed Billy Bob with the tree. Does everyone say that?
You killed Model 001,
Also known as Billy Bob.
also known as Billy.
Alright, so DCV 9, 11.
Okay. Yeah, you'll go ahead and you'll defend against that. Comes at you, and you're going to take a good hunking step back because these things are still metal. You can't directly defend against it. Not with what you have. And you're up.
Alright, that one that charged at me, since it's still technically in motion and it's now my turn, I want to try and redirect its energy at its companion, the one that I wasn't able to get paws on.
You want to redirect the energy?
Well, I want to redirect his momentum because he's still charging. He's missed, but he's still technically in motion.
Mm-hmm.
Now that the turn has changed, what I want to do is I just kind of step into him and shift his momentum toward his friend. I want them to hit each other.
Roll me physical sciences.
Mm-hmm. 8.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, with the right connection, you can make a simple kick into the point where it's going to be like a soccer ball redirecting towards another player.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make me an ACV check.
Wow. Okay. 7.
Your rolls are off today, man.
I'm either rolling really well or I'm rolling really shitty.
That's why he
We'll
was
cut
a
that
role
out.
You'll go ahead and you do go ahead and you make a kick at it, and unfortunately, the way you kick, it's like lifts up just in time for you to completely miss it. Make me another ACV roll.
That was much better. 16.
Yeah, that one you readjust and kick him right in the leg to the point where he literally does a side spin like and cracks into his friend, and they both hit and then you just disappear as they're hitting the ground.
unfortunate. I was hoping for a little more. Maybe the reports were exaggerated. Pull out a notepad and like whatever I used to write and just start taking notes of everything.
As you go ahead and you just open the notepad, just before you put the pen to the paper, you go ahead and you teleport.
So wherever I end up, I don't have my notepad or pencil.
Or you have it on you. Those you have.
Okay.
Let's see.
You kept a hold of your notes.
Oh, good. I can share them with others later.
What time frame are you in?
1980.
19. Oh God.
Oh Jesus.
Okay. Well, no. What's funny?
Wait. I gotta know. Do you have the kid and play haircut?
I don't know my.
The giant eraser head thing? Come on.
I mean,
Yeah,
yes, we all said Earth.
I don't know my. time frame.
We all said
You get
Earth.
to pick it.
No. It was funny because my brother chose 1980 when he was a bouncer, so he's just kind of like, no, not my house. Okay, so all right, where are you currently?
I'm at home.
Okay, 1980s, stay-at-home husband.
Mm-hmm.
You have kids there?
I have one kid,
You have one kid.
my daughter Alice. Would you like to see her picture?
Okay.
Okay. One moment.
They didn't have smartphones in 1980.
I know they didn't have smartphones in 1980, but you got one here.
Anyway,
I showed you.
go. Okay, so you go ahead and you're at home with your daughter Alex.
Alice.
Huh? Alice? Okay. And Alice is having fun. Do you have one of those like turtle sandboxes out in the backyard for your kid?
Those things are so unsafe, and animals poop in them. No, we have a swing. We have a tire swing from the tree and whatnot,
Okay.
where I can keep
Those
good
are
eye
not
on my
unsafe.
daughter.
Okay.
Those are safer than a poop sandbox.
Poop sandbox.
Every cat in the neighborhood uses as a giant litter box.
You know, that is if you don't keep a cover on it, but yeah.
Yeah, they do have the covers.
Anyway.
No, it's a part of it. Just like slides over and
Yeah.
makes it look like a giant plastic turtle.
Yeah, no.
Kind of fun. Anyway, so you go ahead and as you are sitting there and, lightly make sure that your daughter gets put. So, with that, as you're, do you have a little dog or anything?
No, I don't have a dog.
Okay. You go ahead and you push, your daughter on the swing and, you see a flash of light kind of like, like right where like your back porch area would be.
Mm-hmm.
And you see something drop out of nowhere onto your lawn.
The hell was that?
I want you to roll me a mind check.
Somebody's throwing rocks at you.
That's gonna be a 5 on the roll, and my mind is a 5, so that's gonna be a 10.
At first you thought it was a can, but well, first of all, it came from your back porch. No one else is inside your house.
Mm-hmm.
But something just came out of nowhere.
Honey, give me a second. I'll be right back.
And she's just still on the swing and she's watching you.
I'm gonna go and pick up the thing.
It is a crystal, about the size of that water bottle.
Mm.
And it's silver with it's white with silver specks in it.
Now, what the heck is this thing?
Roll me a mind check.
So that's gonna be 14 plus 5, 19.
Okay. So one thing is, well, you know what it is. You've tinkered with stuff and you've carved and made, crystals for your daughter's room. And kind of like a, this, like what in the modern days would be called a salt crystal lamp. But you've made one completely out of a clear rock that you essentially made for your daughter.
So
but this is kind of like that, but way bigger. And roll me a soul check.
9 plus 5, 14.
And when you pick it up, this rock, you feel like, kind of powerful with it. Has a strange feel with it. Like you're sitting there and you're kind of like flexing your muscle. You can feel like even when you unconsciously flex your muscle, like, it's just like you just feel way stronger.
You feel like you just got swole.
This isn't some kind of
Drug.
Yeah, this ain't some kind of drug rock, ain't it?
Oh
Is
God, they got drug rocks now. Now I gotta watch out
Oh,
for the
no.
rocks around my kids.
Oh no, that one villain from that one comic that uses drugs to get stronger. All of them. No.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, because it looks like regular cubic zirconia, I'm sure cubic zirconia existed back in 1980.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
kind of looks like that. It looks a
But
little
they
like a
probably
little...
not on that scale.
No, not this big.
Hmm.
Yeah, it looks kind of weird.
I
Like
would
in
say
that
Is
one.
it? Does it look plastic?
No, you can feel it. Feels like solid rock.
Something like that would definitely be worth money, though.
I'm
Mhm.
going to take it, and Alice, I need you to go in the house. We're gonna go ahead and find a place to put this and whatnot.
Okay, Dad.
Look what Daddy found.
And he's gonna...
She.
Sorry. She's gonna go ahead and get off the tire swing. And as you two walk toward the house...
Mm-hmm.
Putties.
I'm gonna try to be a little more like, you know. So far we had cogs, we had X-Borgs, and we had
Putties.
putties. Let's see
Wait, who has
else
a
comes up.
putty?
Huh? Yeah, the putties. Great creatures with red eyes.
Oh.
Okay. You go ahead and you smell something kind of funky in the air. And it kind of smells like a little bit like putrid fish. And then you hear roll me a mind check.
Oh no, it's a
Is it
harpy.
gonna explode?
It's a
10,
harpy.
7, 8, 9, 11.
And you see giant purple chickens kind of fly over your
Right
house
there.
and land in your yard. And they're like, Crystal! And your daughter's gonna be like,
Get in the house
Dad?
now.
Chicken.
yes! And she just yeets inside the house.
She's like, deuces.
And
Okay, so
these are gonna be like,
rotten Thanksgiving turkeys have landed on my yard and are threatening my family over a crystal.
He about,
time to go Luke Cage on these guys.
he's gonna show them why the neighborhood moms call him Big Daddy.
Okay, so roll. You get okay. Go ahead and you make first attack.
Okay, so that's a 7
And for you
plus
pervs out there, I mean because he's big and strong, not for any other reason.
11.
This is a family show, god darn it. Okay, so 11.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, for sure. You go ahead and make the first move. So what do you do?
So I'm gonna take the first bird and I'm gonna go to grab him by his leg and I'm gonna use him to hit another one.
This is not Soul Eater. You cannot beat one son of a gun with another son of a gun. But okay. Okay. You go ahead and you manage to grab, and with just one sweep motion, you swing and you strike one Tengu with the other Tengu, and one goes, "What the?" and then feathers just everywhere.
Does it still stink?
No, well, not from those two anyway. Those two are poof and feathered.
Mm.
This last one, though, is kind of like, what? And it goes ahead and it tries to fly at you and peck at you.
Okay.
Thing.
Ooh, that's dirty. Okay. What's your ACV?
My ACV is a 4, but with
Your
my
DCV?
DCV is a 4, so that's 4, 5, 6, 12.
Yeah, you as it comes there, and it tries to start pecking at you, you just dodge, and you get to go.
I punch him straight in the beak.
Okay.
Oh, you gonna beak him?
Beacon bounce.
I just dropped the dice.
Die. Not
Here we
die.
go.
Emergency.
So
Good die.
12.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and you defend against the beat. No, you go ahead and like, and just straight up just flies backwards and then feathers.
I'll teach them to try to threaten my family. Boy, that was weird. I normally can't fight for shit, but huh?
I'm curious if this little girl was watching all this or not.
She was. And as you start walking towards, and your daughter's just kind of watching from inside the house, you walk, and it's just kind of like. Last but not least, we have Melody. Melody, what year frame are you from?
1990.
1990. Okay.
So you'd be on your home planet. You wouldn't be on Earth.
Yeah. Okay. You are from
Jupiter?
Jupiter. Okay. But are you human?
No, she's Syrian.
Oh, that's right.
Syrian.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
We might have to change your time frame then. I forgot about that.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's
okay.
what I was asking.
That's okay. 1990 is fine.
Sure.
Yeah, because it's just an alien. You're just not on Earth.
Aliens existed before we get there, you know.
Yeah.
You're teaching the kids of the scientists who are studying Earth, basically.
The Syrian.
No, I'm not a scientist.
No, you're teaching their kids
Oh, okay.
because it'd be like a long term.
So what are you currently doing on your planet?
Getting together, like, I don't know. Look up information and get together to teach kids in arts.
Okay. So it's before school starts?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sitting there drinking something. Caffeinated.
Caffeinated Jupiter brew. You're on one of the moons of Jupiter in like an arrow colony.
No, it would an aerosat colony would be in Jupiter.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
Go ahead and roll me mind check. You're in your classroom currently, so
15.
okay. So as you're walking, around the room and kind of making sure that you have everything set up for class, you see something like in your bag. You see like a bright light for a moment, and then it just disappears from your bag, from your desk.
I look over, and I just go back to doing my normal thing.
When you look inside your bag, wait, no, did you go over to your bag and look, or did you just?
I went over and looked at it, but I didn't open it or anything.
Okay.
And I just go back to checking the classroom or whatever.
Okay. After you've checked over your classroom for a minute, you can go ahead and do you go back to your desk and set up there, or what are you doing?
Right now setting up the desk with like paint and stuff for the kids.
Okay. Roll me a soul check.
12.
Okay. You start with your dog-like ears. You start hearing resonation coming from your bag. It's like a.
So I'm halfway through putting the paint out, and I walk over and I go to look in the back.
When you open the bag up, there's a crystal roughly about the size of the bottle right next to you in it. And it's a white crystal with silver specks in it.
Maybe we could study this today.
You go ahead and you pick it up and start to examine it, and from there you start getting these creatures busting into your classroom. They are black and red suited looking ninjas with a blank face, with that looks like that has a dragon on it, kind of like scarred across their mask.
Sit there and drop the crystal.
And they keep coming towards you.
Shoot. Oh, shit.
You did feel kind of a odd surge of power when you did pick up the crystal. It was kind of strange.
Did it go away when she
Freeze a
dropped
minute
it?
and
though?
then
No, she still felt it because she made initial contact with it.
maybe I could use the caffeinated drink to throw out the interest
So you want to use the is it in a can or is it in a cup?
in a
Woof.
cup.
In a cup? Go ahead and roll me a body check.
Oh wow!
Oh, nice. Okay.
Crit.
Yeah,
Yep.
you,
All right.
yeah, 2 6. So you go ahead and do you like panic and throw it at them, or do you scream something and toss it at them?
I just panic and throw it.
Okay. So you jump back a little bit and you just whiz the
Yeah,
cup.
like,
and you hit this one in the head like, and it just kind of like falls back a little bit like, what the heck? And just kind of like and you
Does it get back up?
yeah, it doesn't fall down or anything. It just
work?
it's just like fell back a bit.
You got his attention. That's what you did.
One is gonna go ahead and jump at you
Oh.
like a jump punch. Go ahead and just roll me a DCV.
DKO.
14.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and you end up dodging one of them. Go ahead and roll me a D6.
5.
Yeah. When you go ahead and after you dodge, you hear the crystal resonating almost loudly because they're close to it and so are you. You feel like it's the way that it sounds, it would sound like a whistle for help in your language.
Are there more than ninjas?
There's only the 3 of them.
Grab the crystal and run.
There's only one doorway, isn't there, to the classroom? Or...
Yep. Only the one.
Dang.
So you can still try to get past them, but they're like, right now that crystal is resonating for help from what you hear, and
So grab the crystal and I go towards the corner of the classroom.
roll me acrobatics.
10.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and make a cartwheel to grab the crystal, and instead of going straight through, you grab it when you're like this in the air, and then cartwheel out of there and go to the corner of the classroom. So you have chairs by you. You got other things that you could potentially use as a weapon.
Am I by a window?
Huh?
Am I near a window?
You are. It's kind
Salvation!
of it is kind of like 3 stories up though in your school.
Shoot.
Oh,
Dang.
One of the other ninjas is gonna go ahead and try to leap across the room to attack you.
I didn't think this through.
So,
what have I
Roll me a
done?
DCV.
great.
Damn.
Go ahead and roll me an attack roll.
What do you mean attack roll?
Like ACV.
Oh, okay. 12.
Okay.
All 4s.
Nice.
You know, maybe we should come up with a special ruling that, like, if we're rolling our ACV or DCV and we match the numbers all the way across, triples, that should be, like, something epic. Considering
I already
it's...
got something like that covered.
Oh, okay, cool.
You go ahead and you take a moment as this thing is coming towards you. It lands by you, but you move out of the way. And the way that it lands, though, it kind of like hits the corner for a bit and is stunned. What do you want to do to make an attack towards it? Right now, you kind of have a chair to your right, and you have, I'm going to say, like, a heavy book up on a shelf.
But there's a crystal in my hand, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to protect that.
You could potentially also just smack him with the crystal. Potentially.
Yeah, but we don't know if it's gonna explode or not.
Yeah, that part you don't know.
You can grab one
Try
of
to grab the heavy book and
Okay, so you
Okay.
so you reach up, so you grab the book and crack it across the face of this giant dictionary, and you know it hits and it disappears into a flood of ink before it vanishes completely.
things, so I still have the other 2.
Yep, still have the other 2. And
couldn't
that third
handle
one
the
will
knowledge.
reach. That third one is going to go ahead and reach across. You kind of felt though, like when you actually hit it with the book, you hit it with way more force and power than you usually can hit with. Usually, if you hit with a dictionary or something that big, you're kind of like and it's like just a nudge with the dictionary. No, this you felt like you honestly just broke this dude's neck if
Like
it was like an actual
thing
person.
is like lightweight. Could be the crystal.
Timber. Not again.
The last thing that went through his head was the last word in that dictionary.
Ah.
Just imagine. Words do really hurt. So
Words as weapons.
this one's gonna jump across the room and attack you. Roll me a DC reroll.
Crit.
Okay.
We know who's going to be our tank here.
Yeah, if that continues working out the way it does. Yeah, go ahead and roll me an attack roll now.
That'd be funny. Crit.
13.
Okay. Yeah. You go ahead and you end up straight up, with the book. Now that you've moved it like this, it comes to jump across the room, you jump back and literally the other way, come back and crack it across the face of the
Wait,
book.
but where's my crystal?
You still have it, you're just holding it against the book so you can protect
Oh,
it.
okay. It's like, I hope I didn't put that down.
No.
No.
You go ahead, you crack this one across the face and it hits into the wall and it
You could use
vanishes.
nature's pockets.
There's one more left and it's your turn.
Oh, God.
You know, you could use nature's pockets for the crystal.
No, my boots aren't big enough.
I'm trying to wrap my head around that.
It's not what he's.
I'm not gonna try to
Right.
Wait, the DCV or?
the ACV. Which I think is the same for you.
Whoa.
11.
Okay, that one you go ahead and run at it with the book, and this one just kind of moves out of the way. It's like you missed this one.
You
Go ahead and
missed
roll me
it.
in a second attack roll.
Ninja status.
8. You.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yep, same.
Yeah, you got it. So that one, it doesn't move quick enough, and you're just like, right over the head with it, and it falls to the ground, and it just melts into a puddle.
Great, now I've got a mess in the classroom.
No, these things they're self-cleaning.
They evaporate after they
Yeah,
Yeah,
went
no, with me moving around and stuff, I bumped the paint everywhere.
Oh yeah,
Because I was putting paint out.
and you.
You're messy.
So when you go ahead and turn around, you put the dictionary down very slowly because you're like, crud. And then you teleport. All of you end up in a kind of darkish, place where the lights are flickering, and this place is a wreck. It is toast. You guys are kind of like spread out in the same area enough where you're not touching, like not even by arm's length, but you guys are within the same area.
So we basically appear at the same time.
Yes.
Oh my.
Makes me think I'm walking.
I knew this was some drugs. I knew it.
Drugs? What drugs? There are no
Well,
drugs.
this is a
There's no
new
drugs
type
on my
of
planet.
ops.
Okay, so I think this is at the point where we should probably describe our physical appearances because you've got two very non-human people standing there.
Yeah, that's what I think of drugs right now.
What
don't even know how to
in the
describe mine.
Lord's name is that?
Any way you want. Just keep in mind the your canine features. I'm not sure how your species
And-
works, but I know how I look.
I'm not either.
He's human, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think you guys are all human except for us two. Alright, so since I spoke first, I'll go ahead and describe myself first. You're basically looking at a 6-foot tall bipedal cat wearing, an obvious uniform jumpsuit with a lab coat.
In other words, you're a guy in a suit that looks like you're a guy
A
in a cat
jumpsuit.
suit.
No. Well, maybe, except for the fact that, when he talks, let's put it like this, you're from the 80s, the animatronics aren't even half that good.
Mhm.
So either you're tripping balls, or that's really a dude, like really what you're seeing. Gray fur, bit of white on the nose, touch of white on the paws. You can even see his feet, which toe tap.
I'm definitely a tripping
And
balls.
then the tail. Oh, huh. So yes. Oh,
And
you.
Me.
You're all looking at it. Yeah, you're kind of all looking at each other right now because you guys are kind of in this little section of
Like a
of
semicircle?
room. Yeah.
aren't you going to introduce, like, say what you look like? Because we don't know.
Because
I don't know how to describe it.
Use your phone for a minute.
Yeah.
I'll essentially show you what.
It's like Anubis.
Yeah, actually, but I'll show her what the picture looks like.
Hold on, I just want to make sure.
No, I never
That you're not
described
looking up
myself.
something that you ought not to be showing.
Yeah.
I'll
Pretty
show
much.
you what the species looks like, and you can kind of describe what you're wearing and how to describe it.
Yeah, but how does you describe something that's on Jupiter?
Well, you're not. Your species isn't originally from Jupiter, but that's where you
No,
should stay.
but
That's your house. The whole planet.
That's Vault.
I think I'm gonna become my pet cat. Teacher's cat.
Is that the guy you were talking about?
Doggy Kruger.
Is he?
That's
Alright,
your
so-
species.
Is he?
Yeah. So basically,
Somewhere around 5'5", tall.
pretty much any dog's breed you can think of. Just your, like I described myself,
Cute Labrador.
Okay. So Labrador.
Labrador or Labradoodle.
So a
Well, at the
cat
moment, it's a Labradoodle.
and a Labrador, Labrador Retriever ish.
I'm,
Five,
and I'm
five,
bigger than she is.
Labradoodle. But has like a cute hairstyle.
Okay.
Like, when you say cute hairstyle, are we talking like
Ponytail, or you have.
Or
Like
dog-
1990s,
like dog
like
Lotus.
1990s.
Okay.
the '90s?
The
Hairstyles?
90s.
Well, 90s in Jupiter might be different than 90s on Earth.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
true.
Well,
Doesn't
I don't
matter,
know.
I'm just saying,
If
I'm
they're
just saying.
watching Earth, then some of them
Three
probably
tails,
Okay.
emulated.
You know what?
Were
No.
emulating the
Look me a
hairstyles.
poodle.
Okay.
Okay.
5'5",
Goofy hair.
5'5" tall, poofy hair, poodle looking.
So she's got a poodle fro.
Okay, poodle.
Could be colorful because it's a different planet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kind of rainbowish, like bluish, pinkish.
Yeah, I'm
Go
definitely on something right now. Cause
Go ahead and describe yourselves. Like, what are you guys wearing and stuff?
I'm in a military outfit.
You're in your military Black Ops outfit
Mhm.
for giggles
Yeah.
at home. Okay.
You're in your
Yeah.
fatigues.
Just making
Well,
sure.
because I was waiting for the call. I had to
Okay.
be ready.
you seriously always on call. I'm always in my uniform with my gun in
That's
hand.
true.
I'll sleep with my gun cradled in. Okay then.
Baby hits.
Well, I am dressed like any normal human being is dressed in. I have my plaid shirt on with a tie. I got my glasses, a nice comfortable pair of jeans, a nice brown loafers and
So
whatnot.
like a nerd.
Yes, I'm like a
80s?
nerd in the '80s.
Steve Urkel.
No suspenders.
And no high waters.
Yes, no hours.
Unfortunate. Okay. Jason.
5'7" white guy, semi-stocky.
Keep him away from
But
me,
it's,
no.
so you're obvious where you come from, time frame wise. You're sort of ambiguous, and so are you. And you're from a completely different planet, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm more like kick butt and take names later.
So, you guys, now looking at each other, you guys all roll me mind checks.
Maybe you should say Miss Garlic because I'm a teacher.
Good.
Mind check. My mind is a little rattled now. It's 12.
That's 10.
12.
Uh, 11.
I'm on autopilot.
You can all at
again,
least
especially-
notice that your surroundings, it doesn't take much to know that whatever happened here was not small. This place looks like in the equivalent of, a bar fight. Just a really, really dangerous bar fight.
DM, before you continue on with your description, as a player, I would like to roleplay something.
Okay.
Because I have just been teleported out of my lawn into this strange place
With these strange beings.
with these strange beings. I just want to say that if you guys are trying to anal probe us or anything like that, that we do not take kindly to that kind of behavior.
Donnie just sort of cocks his head. Anal probe? No, it's all oral these days.
Don't you know
And
I
then
get
just
anal
walks
probed out
away.
the vet? Don't you know I get anal probed out the vet all the time?
I don't go to vets.
I
Oh my
don't
god.
think they're supposed to
Cat
do
people,
that.
dog people. Oh my god. I've been abducted by aliens and got drugs and all this other shit. Why is all this happening to me? All I wanted to do was was
Wait, what part of the 80s are you from? Early or mid or
Like-
late?
it was 1985 and 1986 when
Oh, okay.
It's the power of love.
Oh, that's when everything started coming out.
yeah.
So it's like, you have children. One girl, approximately 10 years of age.
She might like me.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I don't think homosexuality is that big a thing in the 80s.
No,
Yeah.
as a dog.
80s. I'm not actually going to like just give each of them a cursory sniff, because especially these two, because they're like so generic. They could really be pretty much almost any time period. So I'm mostly just trying to, get a sense of them. Him, he's easy. He's got 80s all over him.
Yeah, and
Roll me a soul check.
I'll start with the man in black, as it were. All right. 17.
Okay, now roll one for Jason.
Okay, so 6. 12 for Jason.
Okay. Couple things you know about Jason off the bat. Judging from his clothing and appearance, he's a student.
Top ramen. Definitely top ramen.
And one thing you definitely notice is that probably from his, just the way he looks, he's probably from early 2010s.
They had the best shrimp ramen back then. College student. Yes. We shall have to visit your time period at some point. I would be most entertaining. Well,
time.
it would be most entertaining. And, well, I can procure some of that shrimp ramen.
Wait. Time period.
Yeah, time period. You're from circa 1980 something, mid-maybes, judging by your style of dress. He's from roughly 2010-ish, plus or minus about 5 years. And that one...
This one, you kind of notice that Jacob himself, kind of strange, not here at the moment. You notice that, judging from what he's wearing, he's probably military. Probably very similar to the Time Force in that way, but he's more military than Time Force. He's probably close to the Silver Hills Guardians of the 2001 era. The ones that were early Time Force.
Yes. I'm going to put... What's his time frame again?
2014.
They're about the same in terms of time, but he's definitely military. Gun oil, old petroleum products, cordite. Cordite. That's not something you get to smell every day.
That's a hell of a nose you got there.
I'm a cat. I hunt.
So, you just got described, Jacob, from Diogenes. He put you down as essentially military, using old school military products.
For you, it's high tech. For me, that shit's been out of style for like 1,000 years. Or actually more than 1,000 years at this point.
So let me get this straight.
Mm-hmm.
Are all of you from the future or some shit like that?
Well, she's an alien.
I'm an
And
alien.
all of us but you are from what you would term the
You're
future.
the alien.
I'm not an alien. I was born on Earth.
Yeah, bullshit.
No, I was.
Different dimensional.
No.
And you, student,
Who are you again?
you're from the future. Like, future.
This whole little song and dance.
Yeah, he's going to ask you about flying cars. Just be honest with him.
Are those real?
Not for
Roll,
another 200.
Do you want to tell him the truth, or do you want to BS him?
You're putting up a good act. You theater kids or something else.
Oh, that's right. They still taught theater in your time periods. Wait.
Well, yeah.
Well, let's look around. We might find something pertinent. Somebody obviously had a big fight here.
Well, you all roll me mind the check again.
I'm just eyeing place that. Ooh, double 5.
And just so everyone knows, I rolled the devil's number, 3 6s.
Nice. So, you guys go ahead
Homina,
and
homina, spitter dissect.
you guys notice a couple things. One, some of the pieces on the floor are definitely might be from some robots. From other things, definitely some ooze, clay, mixture of different things. It's a wreck in here. You do notice that there is like some blades kind of embedded into some of the machinery and definitely the walls. Whatever took place here was a war zone.
Can I roll military sciences?
You can. Go ahead.
I'll do the same.
Go for it.
You know, you all's spaceship looks kind of wrecked.
I do not believe this is a spaceship. Judging by the gravity,
Perfect
I believe we're
60s.
planet-side somewhere. But without access to a window to see the stars,
You get real luck.
I cannot tell you.
I got the crit. Natural crit.
Let's see, for military science. 15. I didn't get a crit, but
Okay. You guys notice very clearly. So from what you know about Power Rangers, you can definitely tell some of
some of
these,
Ivan Ooze's, some putties.
You can tell some Tengu warriors, definitely some
Enemy.
some putty clay. You notice some Cyclobot pieces. You notice
Tengu.
all sorts of different oddities of machine and weaponry that from different time periods. Definitely. One thing you do notice though, and this is the same goes for you actually, because you don't know much about Power Rangers history, but you definitely know this is Ranger-esque damage. You know, from different things you've seen the Megaforce Rangers do and you've encountered yourself, and from maybe some videos from YouTube from your time frame, you can probably tell this is definitely has Ranger written all over it. What you could probably feel more so than he can is
I want to just make a note that I'm literally like picking up like random feathers, like yeah, definitely. I'm like picking up things,
Chicken.
sniffing them, handling them. Buddy, oops, and like picking up weapons. Yes.
And I'm pulling out one of the swords. Or
Yeah,
one of the
I'm literally
guns
going
I
through this
see.
whole place and like
Yeah.
sniffing and sampling things and
I'm like,
like
this
just
is
judging
fight
by
like the
reactions. It's just
leftovers.
like, oh yeah, that's It's like I don't need to even pick that up. I know that's a Tengu feather.
Okay. So then you guys go ahead and
Mutter, mutter.
you notice more than he does that whatever is resonating in here, this is definitely Ranger energy. Especially coming from now that you have the crystal on you and this big shattered crystal. Like there's just jagged edges left of whatever was there. You know?
So I presume, and if my presumption is correct, so dislike making presumptions, that the reason we're here is because of the crystals we each have.
Do we know we each have a crystal?
Well, you know you have a crystal, and you can
It's
only
kinda
assume
hard.
that the fact that these other four are here, that they might also have a crystal.
You
And
mean,
it's kind of
that
hard to
is-
hide that
because
thing.
Considering that he just said it.
you mean this gigantic crack rock?
That's
Hey, this-
That's
not
not,
a
a crack
rock.
rock.
This thing
Yeah, I'm
of snow.
serious. This has to be drugs. The way that this got to be drugs. I heard everybody on TV.
Oh yes, the
Get smack.
I literally do that. It's like, oh yes, and I'm not even looking at him, the boob tube.
You know, because they got the dare thing and whatnot. That started back then.
I'm not familiar with Dare. What is Dare?
You are familiar. It's a really, really old school, outdated.
So even
drug.
3,100 years in the future, Dare's still a thing?
There was a thing. It kept because you know that it kept coming on and off, on and off,
Oh,
on and
okay.
off. Especially when new humongous drug rings were a thing. Around 2500 is when they roughly stopped the program completely.
Because people didn't care about drugs or something?
There was just no reason for it at that point. At that point, drugs had completely stopped in his era.
So I can give you good news.
I
Gordon.
live for
I
tracks.
can give you good news about the Dare program if you're interested in a little bit of the future.
I just don't want to be on drugs, man.
You're not on drugs. This is actually happening.
So I'm actually talking to a
I want
talking
you to
cat
roll
and a
me,
talking dog.
Yes.
Yes.
urban tracking.
While he's
Go on,
making that
Ruby.
roll, I'm going to approach the dark-skinned human.
12.
How
Okay.
tall are you, by the way?
I'm about 5'9".
So I'm a bit taller than you.
Don't
I just kinda looked down at you.
No.
There's a very easy test to see if you're actually hallucinating this or not.
Don't go around like touching me or anything. like that.
Oh.
Well, this is a very simple test. Would you like to take this test? Oh, by the way, there's a little bit of ooze on your shoe. My boy. And while he does that, I reach out and I pluck a single hair off his head. Just think. God damn. You see, if this was a hallucination, you would not have felt that. Continue to be delusional in your own time.
You go ahead and roll the urban tracking. You rolled a 12. You actually do see tracks. You see different types of tracks. Definitely some not so human and some human. Definitely notice whatever is, or whatever was fighting, still here. Some of the footprints are relatively fresh, probably just before you guys got here.
Alright, guys, just so you know, I just found fresh tracks. There's something alive down here.
Well, that's
shit,
reasonable.
again?
This fight was fairly recent, within the last 5 minutes.
And you guys are gonna hear, all of you, actually took place hours ago. And walking from the shadows, kind of down a dim-lit hallway, you guys will see a human form in a silver and blue ranger suit. It's gonna be mostly silver. There'll be a blue streak coming down like a V, and then down the sides. His helmet is going to represent that of closer to the SPD era Rangers. So they'll be like kind of police helmeted, kind of not. And the visor will have like just a generic goggle shape, no mouthpiece.
And
would I recognize him?
You won't recognize him, but you'll recognize what the suit is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because if he's in the full suit, I won't recognize the person, but I should recognize.
You recognize what the suit represents, which is that of the SPD era Rangers, around 2049. But it's definitely not an SPD Ranger. It's kind of even stranger than that. He'll walk out, and some of the suit's damaged. His helmet is kind of cracked, and he'll walk out. I do apologize for the mess, but I'm glad you all made it safe.
Is that some kind of newfangled spacesuit?
No,
This
he's
is
a Power
actually-
Ranger.
Oh, what
he
now?
He would not know what that is. From his time era, a Ranger has not appeared
Yes,
yet.
86-ish.
There have been
85.
Rangers in the 60s, but they were shortly lived and have not gone past there.
About 2010.
Yes, you have the Operation Overdrive Rangers on another planet. You're all from a different era of Ranger. You wouldn't even know what Power Ranger is. Well, not technically. KO-35 has a set of Rangers, but they have not been by Jupiter. I do apologize, really, but I had to all bring you here for a reason.
I unzip my pocket and pull out my piece of the crystal.
There are aliens on Jupiter.
Yes, her species was watching Earth for 300 years.
And we
Her
all-
species will also take command of SPD one day, but that's for another time.
Well, since I see the Power Ranger, I'm like, so is there any left? Holding
what?
the sword.
No, all the enemies have been
Toss it.
dispatched for now.
So I'm guessing you want this back, your crack rock?
Actually, that's gonna be. Actually, I need all of you to place that in the middle there. Just putting it simply over the crack crystal will repair itself.
So I'll go and do that.
So you guys see Diogenes walk up to the big crystal that's broken and just simply hold it over, and it will automatically just set itself back into the crystal.
I gotta do the same thing. Alright.
So
Okay.
Keith does it, Jacob does it,
I do it.
Every one
Melody
of us-
does it, and Jason does it. So you all notice that it just mystically kind of just sets itself into it as if it just was supposed to sit there.
Mm-hmm.
And he nods.
Does it fuse together?
It does actually. You're not sure how it would just simply just.
There you
fuse
go. There's
back,
your
but
drugs.
Yeah, that's some tricky shit. How'd you get it to do that?
It's all
I'm
powered-
maybe the
If it
fuck
was
another
drugs,
hair.
I would be able to snap it.
It is all from the morphing grid.
The fuck's a morphing grid?
It's a universal energy source that connects all living things.
That is essentially what it is. Yes. Here, well, let me show you. And he holds out his hand, and an orb will appear. Just a very like an energy orb, kind of very similar to a like a crystal ball almost from the 80s. But it's actually showing you Power Rangers from different eras. This is called Ranger Prime. This is a dimension where all Power Ranger powers live. What I'm showing you will soon be gone. Power Rangers in the universe, the multiverse even, will not exist one day.
I'm sorry to interrupt you again, but I'm still kind of hazy on what the hell a Power Ranger is.
We are guardians. Power Rangers are the guardians of good and justice.
That's not some kiddie bullshit.
May sound like that, but from where you're from, you may call it the Avengers if you like. The Avengers are a popular comic book series. They, go around fighting evildoers.
Sadly, they were
Essentially,
discontinued in 2532.
you will find that this is essentially like that. It's a team. And there are many teams around the multiverse. The multiverse, in case you're wondering, is like your universe, but a different version of you would exist.
I'm familiar on multiverse theory, but it's just the Power Ranger thing is kind of.
What I need each of you to help me. I can no longer leave this place to retrieve what I need. This crystal here is the source of my power and the source of all Ranger powers. There's only two ways I can leave. Whether A, it's completed, or B, someone else takes it.
It's still
Just
missing
lift an
pieces.
eyebrow.
Yes, it's missing a lot of pieces. And he opens up his crystal ball again from his hand, and you guys see the battle that took place. And you see him and him alone take out thousands and thousands of these minions.
Okay.
Are there any of these minions that I don't recognize? Like maybe from another.
The only one that doesn't seem very familiar to you is the Nylok. Nylok is not something that's been talked about in your time frame for quite a good minute. These things are
So I know about them, but I've never actually seen one.
right. They're very kind of demony looking, kind of very like red mouth and teeth, and they're called Moogers. And they hold a sword, and they kind of have this weird bodysuit going on, and they're like,
Are all of them like?
well, I mean, not all the Moogers were, but that's the couple that you see that were being fought in this battle. And he'll retract the crystal, or he'll retract the energy ball and go, I need help. If I'm going to stop Lord Dracus, and he'll show it to you, and it's going to be a hooded figure, but this guy has a mask covering the left side of his face that you can see. It's going to have a green eye. His body build is pretty stocky, and he looks like, probably a full-fledged military dude at some point that bulked out.
Like,
he has some armor on him. He definitely has a sword on his back from what you guys see.
Who's the dude on Mortal Kombat with the eye? It looks like that, but in a
Kano.
cloak. Yeah.
And he would essentially, the way he has the sword on his back, a rifle at his side, but he's surging energy in the picture.
I do not recognize this man.
He is specifically from this dimension. He has been fighting me for millennia over that. It seems even longer than that. I've been here for as long as I can remember. Ever since the concept of a hero team was made long ago, very long ago.
So, let me see if I got this all together and put together and everything. You want us to fight somebody that you've been fighting for millennia and protect this thing. I point at the big giant crack rock and keep this Ranger grid safe so that it stays in existence, right?
If the Ranger grid goes out of existence, history will disappear as you know it. Period. Even in your time frame when Power Rangers weren't a thing, yes, it would change. Because with this power of the crystal, anyone can enter this time frame from anywhere. As long as they had the power to do it. Which means is that as long as there's a crystal in any time frame, they can continue to come back. How you would do this is you would have to go to wherever the crystal is activated, retrieve the crystal, and defeat the enemies. It takes them a little bit before they can just re-enter the dimension. So if you defeat them and return the crystal here, they can no longer enter that dimension.
So it's the world's longest fetch quest.
Fetch quest?
It's
Roll me gaming.
Seven total.
It's been a vague term passed around from some of the students at Time Force, but they enjoy something called a MOMO. A massive massive...
Oh, yes. I remember overhearing one of the students complain about fetch quest grinding. I'm not fully understanding that term, but it seems tedious
You
Yeah.
do know
and
that...
unimportant.
You do know that in some very rare occasions, it's paid off, you know? But he'll look and go, I really do apologize that I took you out of your lives. If it makes you feel better, your lives will not be affected by this. The minute you step back in, whoever that you were around or saw you wouldn't even remember what just happened.
How can you guarantee that?
He goes ahead and opens up his hand again, and the energy orb. I technically have the power to manipulate time on smaller scales. Memories, to be exact. And what I'm going to give you will affect that. Follow me. And he'll close his fist and he'll start walking down a hallway.
I'm feeling a little weird following a mysterious spaceman who talks about saving the universe and all that. Down a dark, mysterious hallway full of dead monster things. You know what?
Well, he talks about his giant crack rock.
Yeah, that's why he talks about his giant cracker rock.
Well, you just got a cat and dog here that can sense anything.
Yes, he's obsessed
Bad.
with drugs. I don't understand this.
You know what? This is not going to go anywhere unless we follow him.
Oh,
So-
I was following him anyway.
Uh,
But I'm just making this as an off the cuff comment while
Yeah,
we're
Go ahead
walking.
and let me be last on the round, because I'm going to set up.
We'll take a break in a moment. So, you guys walk down the hallway, and you guys get to a vault door. Before he actually gets to the door, he'll pull out his hand, and the door will go,
I mean, you trust
And
the
open
dog
up.
and the cat,
Well,
don't
that-
you?
Is fancy.
and when he walks in, when you guys follow him in, the wall will be lined with different transformation devices. For you and you, they would look like cell phones, just sunglasses, small black boxes that fit on
My
wrists.
black-
When you say cell phones, are you talking block cell phone?
Well,
Or-
you're from the 80s.
Yeah,
so-
the 80s block
Yeah,
cell.
technically there would be a transformation device that's about the size of that.
What?
There's also one that, if you probably looked at it, looks like a giant arm gauntlet. It's kind of strange.
Like the Power Glove?
Yeah, sure. But bigger than that.
Because Nintendo just came out, so it's like,
So, what you guys see is, you guys see this wall lined with different devices and all sorts of armaments. It's kind of strange. Probably more...
Do I have a little knowledge in it because it's like art, or?
Yeah, you kind of have some knowledge in it. You do know that Power Rangers are kind of a thing, like he said. It would be kind of like some of the comic books that they've made inside your time frame on Jupiter, where they're using these devices to kind of transform into superheroes.
Well, even though, like,
But it wasn't too much talked about.
Right, it's because they're all
well,
comic knowledge.
she would know that they exist, but she's probably never encountered one.
No.
And he would never have heard of them, but there were obviously rangers on other planets. They just never came to Earth
And-
because there was really no need.
And the 1960 Rangers of this time period also were not very widely talked about because they operated like a black ops.
Mm-hmm. Which would mean that, you know, maybe certain government agencies had knowledge of their existence, but considering they probably had no idea what to make of them, and then they disappeared, then they just probably filed it away under X and was like, we'll have someone else deal with this later.
So, when he gets in, he'll look and walk up to a gold box on the wall that also has a black marking on it. He'll put his hand up to it, and it will open up, revealing 5 unique morphers. One looks like kind of like a watch, and the other one's a small black box, about yay big, wrapped like on your wrist, and then wrapped underneath. The other one kind of looks like a watch about that big. And then underneath, the watch itself has 4 buttons itself.
What are these tracking devices?
And he hands out 1 black box and 1 watch to each of you. No, these are your morphers. These are Millennium morphers.
they look like watches.
They look like tracking device you put on an animal.
What
Or
they are,
GPS.
they will allow me to keep track of you in history. They are a communication device, and they are access to the morphing grid.
I already got a chip
Would they
that we
allow
did-
us to
we could do it that
travel
way.
up to meet up with each other?
There's also a communication device in it, and there's a teleportation device. I've thought of everything for this. They are all ready to go, and all you need to do is access the black box for what they would call a morphing call, something that will allow you to access the morphing grid to its fullest. Once you are able to do that, you will transform into one of many superhero teams in the past.
I'm actually going to use it. I've
gonna
always
try
wanted
what?
to do this. I'll activate it. And let's see. There it is. It's morphin' time. Saber-tooth tiger.
And out of nowhere, you hit the button because he was going to explain, but you kind of figured it out. You hit the main button on the top, yell Saber-tooth tiger, and you transform into the yellow Mighty Morphin Power Ranger.
Neat.
Just like that, yes. By hitting the
What
button,
the hell?
by hitting the button and activating the morphin grid and saying the morphing call, you will transform too. And then just by simply powering down, you will be able to go ahead and demorph
So this button right here, I'm gonna point at the button on the black thing.
on top.
By saying some morphing call, we can transform into mass heroes like that guy
Yes,
and you.
yes.
I do it again. It's morphin' time. Zero Ranger 4 green.
And yeah, so this time without touching it though, because it's already activated, he goes ahead and yells Zero Ranger 4 green, and then just transforms into a green square visored hero, and just transforms into a Zeo suit.
I look around. Where'd my tail go?
It's wrapped around you actually.
I need that for balance.
You notice that you're actually standing just fine actually.
Intriguing. Touch the helmet. So this is what it's like to have a human flat face. I don't know if I like this.
Okay, so now that we have this thing and whatnot, can you send us home now?
First thing I need you to do is get the first crystal that's been activated. Follow me. And
I'll go ahead and shift back to normal.
okay,
Deactivate it.
power down.
Power down.
And he walks up to the console. And at the console, he goes ahead and starts typing in a number. And he brings up the year 2001.
That was a classic movie.
I never heard of it.
Actually, yeah, you would have.
Princess already
The
lived, I
movie
mean,
2001: A Space Odyssey had
Yeah,
probably been out
He's already lived to
almost
2001.
5 years.
Still,
at that point.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you would have seen the
No,
movie.
no, no,
trailers.
no, no. No.
Okay. So,
He doesn't watch TV.
No.
He doesn't watch the
I
boob.
I
tube.
watch the BooTube, but I don't watch it like that.
so you go ahead and you guys walk out to there, and he starts typing in a couple of numbers, and you guys see Riverside, Silver Silver Hills pop up in 2001, and he will turn to you. All you have to do is when you enter, is grab the crystal, fight the enemies. They are already there. They're using ones that will kind of mask what's going on. The Time Force Rangers are in that universe. You may encounter them. No matter what happens, by pressing the red button on your morphers on the watch, you will emit a electronic signal that will wipe everyone's memories by morning. They will not even remember what happened the day before. Guaranteed. So, what you have to do.
More than minute, like essentially.
Yes.
What the fuck? You mean like the feds? We're feds now?
Sure.
In a way.
Why,
Off
you hiding
character.
some crack?
So if I did basically pick one of these the way he did, that's what I become.
Now just out of character so you guys understand. Some of these you kind of notice do not have particular colors or anything associated
Yeah.
with them
Why not?
because it's a generic morph for a lot of them. If you guys want to pick a color, you guys let me know which team. I will let you pick which of the sheets. So everyone
What about
watching at home,
Quantum?
these are little Ranger sheets along with Zord sheets. These are what they will be using for each and every single morph. So when they transform, they will get an appropriate sheet with skills and everything kind of used in the game. And that is what they will be using. So, if you guys need to have...
What about the Quantum Ranger?
Quantum Ranger is a particular ranger, so you will transform into him. He's from Time Force. Some of them you guys will notice, for those of you that are not as in tune with Power Rangers, that some of the morphing calls are particular to some rangers, while some of them will share a morphing call with others. So, if it doesn't have a particular one listed to it, like Samurai Gold has his own morph by going Gold Power, and then that's it. While the others use Go-Go Samurai. Either way, that is what you guys will be using. We are going to take a break, and we will see you guys in just a moment. When we last left off, you guys are just about to go to 2001.
A space
And you guys get, the Millennium Ranger goes ahead and punches in the coordinates and tells you how to protect you. You must follow these 3 rules. Never escalate a battle. Never tell anyone that you're a Power Ranger. And the third one is always keep each other safe. Those are the only rules you have to follow.
One minor point of fact.
Meow.
Meow. Woof. We stand out. Now, unless these things come equipped with, human camouflage, our identities as Rangers are going to be kind of moot.
They do.
Okay.
Press the upper left-hand button on the watch. And you guys see it just... his cat features go away.
Generic human number 3.
Mark!
Booga 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 booga.
I peed my pants.
She's a leaguer.
Okay.
We're gonna have to work on the skin tone here. I'm a little pale.
Poodle lady, but
Okay.
Miss Frou Frou, aren't you going to do it?
huh?
No.
The button.
Okay.
And then...
Does she look like a teenage girl?
you might as well.
No, cause like my age.
Well, you look like a teenage girl from your height and
Your height and
appearance.
build.
So what do you do?
I look like a guy.
No, if I scare you.
Absolutely nothing. I know what you are. You're not intimidating.
So, we're going back to 2001.
Going back or going
Wait.
forward?
Back.
Some of us.
You guys are going...
forward.
Alex says you're going to 2001.
Okay, so let's get this over with so I can
So he
wake
goes
up.
ahead and the bottom left-hand button on your morphers will go ahead and teleport you back here. So, good luck.
What
And then he
Aquadar Ranger?
he goes ahead and teleports you guys. You guys end up in the park in Silver Hills.
Ooh.
My instinct being a dog wants to go pee on every tree. And trash can.
So,
Please don't.
Where we-
you
Mark
look
my
like
territory.
you look like a teenage girl. If you were to suddenly drop your pants and pee on things, that might cause problems.
Well, it's an instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I
Mark
like
and
clawing
Ginger.
things. You see me clawing trees?
Cats have more.
So,
control.
what you guys doing once you guys teleport there?
Gonna head to the location
What location?
where the crystal is.
Do I look like a dog right now
Wait.
or a teenage girl?
What other functions does this thing have?
Why don't you all roll me electronics?
electronics.
You put a low number in that.
You're an art teacher, not an engineer.
7.
8.
8.
11.
I don't have the skills for that, so I'm not rolling.
You don't?
Okay. Okay. So you guys check the small black box and the watch. You guys find out there is a crystal resonator on here, and it does show that it's a few blocks from here. You guys could probably get there on foot. You actually hear like the small resonation of the crystal. it's kind of far away, but you know you can pinpoint it a little better even without this.
Does this thing have Super Mario Land on it?
Probably not.
Can I roll to see if it has Super Mario Land
It
on
doesn't
it?
have Super Mario Land on it.
Can I roll to see if it has it on it?
You're gonna waste your roll, don't.
In your time frame, you wouldn't know about Super Mario.
Yeah, it would.
Yes, it would.
And
85.
It came in
85
80, yeah.
is when it came out.
In Japan.
Yeah. I would have heard
Not
that.
in the U.S.
Anyway, just
Yeah.
okay. So, you guys start heading there on foot.
So I gotta walk like a human.
Well,
You already walk like
Walk
You walk
like a
upright,
man, talk like a man.
You guys go ahead.
Walk like a human, talk like a human.
I want you to roll me mind, and I want the rest of you to roll me electronics.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
13.
Snake eyes.
9. 3, 3, 3.
You fell. Get out of here.
11.
8.
15.
Okay.
Nice.
So, Jason and Diogenes, what'd you roll?
9.
9. And both of you, Jason and Diogenes, both realize that you guys are getting closer to the crystal now. It's in the general area. It shows up on your blips, but you guys can't see it. You hear it though, using your ears. You're not looking. You're not even looking at the watch. You're just kind of hearing it as you're walking towards it.
Yeah. 'cause
And
that's
when you
5 feet.
look up, it's actually in the tree.
It's like right
It's like-
between your feet.
There it is.
I will climb the tree to retrieve the crystal.
I don't see it. Oh, I got it.
Roll me.
Hurry, because it's hurting my ears.
Roll me body.
God damn it.
Just body or not the climbing skill?
Oh yeah.
It's
roll me
right there.
climbing. Go ahead.
Thank you. Damn, this dice is hard to see on this carpet.
14.
Dark colors.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Now
quit-
roll me. Now while you're doing that, roll me a DCV check.
ten.
Successful?
We'll know in a moment.
As you are almost about to reach the crystal, you notice you notice a type of artillery shell coming toward you in the tree. Actually, from your 9 o'clock. Or
I'm going to leap
3
toward the
o'clock.
crystal to grab it and get into that tree at the same time.
You actually end up. You just manage to get off the tree, but you are still struck with the actual blast because it does hit the tree.
Of course.
So you do grab it. You are taking 15 damage.
You got some splinters.
So, when
Wait,
you,
did we get back our HP from the first fight? No. So I've lost 25 total.
Did I lose HP?
Yeah, you got hit at one point.
I think
so
we
you
all did.
Except for
took
me.
10.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, does anybody else have any extra pens or pencils?
I do.
Yeah, he bought an entire pack.
Chris and Theo both give you one.
Well, I only have one.
Then we'll share.
Okay. Then when you land, you guys can turn to see where the shell came from, and you will notice this big, about 7 foot, looking armored up mutant. And he has 2 artillery cannons on his shoulders, got one mini one on his head, and he looks like he has little missile pod boxes on him. And he goes, "Ah, my master wants that crystal, and we will be taking it from you."
Are you
Come get it!
Are we sure we're not on crack right now? Because I swear to God,
Yes,
that
we are.
doesn't look
Just
like
get
real.
the
And
hissing sound
and
to stop.
he holds his hand up, and he's holding a bunch of little shells almost, and he throws them to the ground, and these cyclobots will pop up. You know about cyclobots because they're a common thing for you. The rest of you see these kind of like geared up, robots, but they have security cameras for heads with a single eye.
That's some Illuminati bullshit.
It's morbid time. White
So,
Equator
how-
Ranger power.
So how this works is,
It's also
we're going to
on
start
one.
combat. What we're going to do is, we're going to use popcorn initiative. Instead of rolling for initiative, the first one to act, which I'm going to have it be Diogenes, you're going to go ahead and act. You will get one free action, which you can use to morph, ready in action, or anything else that does not require a movement or an attack. Morphing is a free action. You can only use it once per turn, though. So you can't morph into several things at once. When you make an attack, give me a flavor. What are you doing with the attack? You can be generic about it or be really fancy, and that will depend upon your role as well. As far as movement goes, movement would be considered something that you guys can choose to do as a way to be tactical about it if you guys are careful in your wording.
All right.
So, what we're going to do here... Stop.
Yes.
What we're going to do here is... so, you're going to go first. There are 8 Cyclobots and 1 guy named Artilicon.
All right.
How are we gonna know?
I'm going to go ahead and, because I was literally on all 4s when I landed. Well, technically all 3s because I got the crystal in my hand. I just sort of chuff, like, stand up. It's morphin' time. Tiger Sword.
Tiger Zord. Black, yellow, pink.
Okay.
So, go ahead and morph. What's your action now?
I'm going to take a defensive stance, but I'm going to kind of space myself away from the others so that they can have room to do whatever morphs that they need to do.
So, are you standing in front of them or behind them?
Behind them, I have the crystal, but I want to keep myself loose enough that I can spring forward if I need to.
White Ranger, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, he's the White Tiger Zord.
White Tiger Sword.
You're in the Zord?
No,
No, but yeah,
But,
he's the White
yeah.
Ranger. Yeah.
Saba. Does Saba say anything? Or is he just not there yet?
No, you have Saba in your holster where he belongs.
Cool.
And then when you take the defensive stance, he'll go like, a White Ranger that's actually a cat. Interesting. Go ahead and put the crystal in my holster. Hold me for your defense.
And I promptly do that. I immediately...
Roll me a mind check.
Mind?
Yeah. It's
So
not gonna be
it's going to be my normal
yes.
body.
So your stats are going to remain your stats. They don't change. What will change is just your HP and ACV and stuff.
Mind 6. 13 for mind.
Really intriguing. Not many machines or weapons, for that matter, talk anywhere.
But, you know, these are Power Rangers. Their equipment tends to be less than atypical. Or more than atypical.
Still very strange for you. Not like you've met anything like that.
Yeah, it's usually kind of weird when my scanning electron microscope tries to chat me up. Just saying.
So you took the defensive stance. Now you get to choose who goes next. So you can go from any one of us. The only difference is that if I end up going, because I will start at the beginning of each round normally, but if I start off, if I end the round, I also get to go again and during the next turn. So
I will start with Jason. I'll hand it off to Jason, which means the round will end with her. If we're going around like that.
well, you just get to choose. It's gonna just
Oh.
pop. It's
Yeah,
gonna
okay,
He
pop
that
gets
makes
to
when
choose
it's-
the next one, and whoever chooses the next one.
Alright, I'll go ahead and I'll just do him anyway, since
Okay.
I've already stated that out.
That's fine. Jason,
Can we play popcorn in
I'm
school?
gonna go into
No.
Gold Ranger power.
Which
Theo.
Yeah.
Morphin time! Gold Ranger power! So he's shiny.
He is a black ranger with gold accents on him from his armbands to his shield he's wearing.
here you go.
Is that the one with Pyramidas?
Yes.
Got the mother's touch.
What's overdrive?
Operation Overdrive?
Mm-hmm.
Just another ranger team.
I'm sure they would object to being just another ranger team.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would.
Well, to be fair, it was kind of luck they even exist.
How so?
They only became rangers because they found the 5 stones that the bad guys were looking for.
Oh, so like us.
Yeah, kind of.
Actually, in our case, they kind of literally dropped into our laps.
Literally.
Well, or were just handed to us and be like, hey, check this out. Interesting. Mm-hmm.
By the way, when you guys morph, you guys do heal up. So all that previous damage does go away.
Mm-hmm.
And every time you guys morph inside being a morph, you guys regain 20 HP.
Neat.
Every single round, you guys will recover 20 EP energy points.
Okay, so when I morphed inside the Millennium Ranger's place, I healed then.
Technically, yeah.
Okay. But I still took damage from that last one, so that's sort of moot. I got hit with a shell.
Yeah, but now you would have healed back up, so it doesn't matter.
It's monoculous.
What else are you doing, Jason?
If
Oh, you don't,
free,
need,
all
to,
you- all
you
you
don't
did
need to
free-
write that down.
it's a free action to transform.
For memory purposes.
Ah, okay.
I think I'll hold my action for now.
Prepared defensive?
Yeah.
Okay, so prepare. Okay. Who are you
So-
popping into?
I mean,
Popcorn initiative. You,
You
get
choose
to choose who
who
goes
goes
next.
Sarah.
Okay.
Okay. Go Gallica.
Go Galactic.
Go
Galactic, sorry.
Okay.
Lost
For
Galaxy.
Go Galactic, besides the Magnum Defender, Magnum Defender is a separate morph. Light speed. You have pink, red, blue, yellow, and green.
Blue.
Are we going to run into Tommy Oliver at any point?
Yeah, you guys will eventually. You guys will even.
Which version of him? The old evil Green Ranger version of him, or the?
Probably
I
depending
mean, I
on where
was
we are.
hearing the sound. Does the sound stop, or do I still
Yeah,
hear it?
the sound has stopped for you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we have.
You have 8 Cyclobots, and you have 1 Artilicon.
We'll use these, right, to attack them.
Yep, those are all your Now those are all your attacks. Now, if you guys look at your Ranger cards, you guys will notice that most of them have 2 attacks at the bottom that require all of you to be part of the same Ranger team. Those are your team up attacks. So, you guys may also coordinate attacks with each other. They just won't be said attacks on the sheet. So,
Shark Cycle.
this is, most of them have
A vehicle.
a vehicle when you guys will eventually be, chasing people around on these.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So power. I'm gonna use power sword.
Okay, power
Take my
sword.
stance and use power sword towards one of the 8 thingies,
Okay.
which is 25 damage, 10 energy.
Okay. Alright then. Sounds good. And you're gonna attack who?
One of the 8
One of the 8 Cyclobots? Okay.
Cyclobots. Sorry.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Use the ACV. Use the ACV on that Ranger sheet.
19.
I matched. So they go ahead and they block your Quasar Saber or the
Yeah.
Power Saber with their own sword. So that is your action. Did you want to move away from them since you still have a move action left?
Yeah, I'll back up a little bit.
Okay. Who are you passing it to?
What's your name?
Keith.
Keith.
All right. Let's see here.
The skeptic nerd from the 80s is looking at it like,
This one seems good. It's morphine time! Mastodon!
Black Ranger.
The Black Ranger turns into the Black Man turns into the Black Ranger.
Ironic.
If it were any more cliche.
If only.
Well, the cat turned into a Tiger Ranger, so I mean, I'm not one to be throwing stones over here.
Honestly, the reason I turned into him is because one, he has an axe that turns into a gun. So
Good call on your
Very-
part, by the way.
Actually, yeah, really good part considering that I think most of his attacks actually pierce armor.
I've got a few of those too.
Yeah, most of them will pierce. Some of them will pierce armor. There's just others that specialize in other things. So you guys will find out that each Ranger team does have their own little abilities. Hopefully, if I went over everything correctly,
I think you did.
I'm pretty sure
I
he
hope
did.
I did.
So, which part? Some of these are. I'm looking at the card. It looks like some of these are for if I'm using the Zord and for if I'm by myself, or are all these just all?
Oh yeah, because no, this is all your Ranger attacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go after the. Okay. I'm gonna go after the guy and
You're gonna go after the big artillery cannon.
big artillery cannon guy,
Okay.
and I'm going to use the power axe cannon.
Okay. So you guys notice like from the axe. What the? Yeah, like just takes the axe and like, bam.
I'm gonna show you how you do it in the 80s.
Yeah, yeah. This shaft. Yeah, when you literally shift that sucker, you're like, and when you kick it, it's like holy crap.
Ooh.
You want to talk about kick?
7.
Let's see.
Okay, but if he starts studying hip hop keto, I'm done.
Really
Oh. I use the transform as.
Yeah, you use the transformed ACV.
Okay. 23.
You hit. So, how much damage is that?
That is for the cannon 50 damage.
So 50, and then we're going to multiply it by the 5 that is your DM, which is damage multiplier, so it's going to be 250. Oop.
It's your turn, military man.
All right. Let's see. Quantum power.
Quantum power. Okay. Sweet.
Go for the big guns.
So would these be our permanent?
No, we can
No.
We can
switch out.
switch between them as we see fit. So the next time we fight, if you want to do the whole, if you want to do the White Ranger, you can be the White Ranger. If you want to be the Gold Ranger, you can be the Gold Ranger.
Per turn.
Yeah, every single turn
We
that
can
you guys
switch.
start up, you guys can swap Rangers.
But you just can't be one that someone already is.
Because
It's like it would be kind of grossly overpowered if we all became like the Gold Ranger or the White Ranger, or,
You guys
the
will all
Quantum
be able,
fucking
like if
Ranger.
you all wanted to be all Black Rangers, you guys could do that.
you just wouldn't be the same Black Rangers. From...
Exactly. Yeah.
That would be cool.
We're the Men in Black and one poodle.
Yeah, one
so
poodle.
that is your morph action. Now what?
I use quantum rapid fire.
Okay, sounds cool. All right, go for it. Or what are you using it on?
The guy.
The big guy.
Yeah.
Where she's a big guy.
Artillicon.
Artillery this.
Let me show you.
That's
how
11.
artillery works.
Yeah, I got 11. 16, so 27. And
You hit.
yes.
Okay.
Piercing, ignore armor.
Okay, cool. So yours armor, which doesn't surprise me because it's a rapid fire.
Mhm.
Okay, so you use 20 energy, and you are. Your damage is 60, which means your damage multiplier at times 5, so that's 300 damage. Nice.
Go screw your mother.
Wow. Okay. So he just rapid fires that out.
Let me guess. Your mother was a bread box.
Okay, so next up, now the villains. So
Write down how much EP you have left on your sheet so you know.
Cyclobots 1 and 2 will
Don't write it on
actually
here, write it on here.
transform. We'll take their sword and kind of turn it backwards, which also has a gun.
Wait, how much
And-
EP do
sorry.
I have? Because it doesn't have anything. Oh, 180. Okay.
You can also just kind of keep it here in the 2 blank spots that you have up here.
Energy
if you
is
want.
what, EP?
Huh? Yeah, EP is energy points. Yeah. Okay. Cyclobot 1 and 2 will, like I said, we'll go ahead and take their blades, rolling them backwards. They're gonna fire both of them at you, Diogenes. So roll me defense.
I get back at you.
22.
24.
Nice. So yeah, the
And just, just like cat-like reflex dodging.
nice.
And just for the icing on the cake, my feet never leave the spot. It's just like,
Cyclobots
Or like
3 and
Puss
4.
in Boots.
Huh?
Like Puss in Boots from
Right.
Shrek.
3 and 4 will go ahead and fire at Jason. 23, Jason.
21.
You will be taking. Be taking 40 damage total.
Jason!
well, given how many HP we have, we've got some good HP now.
Wait, human HP counts up.
4 and 5. No, I'm sorry, 5 and 6. We'll go ahead and attack Jacob because you decided to rapid fire their boss.
Hey, who said villains can
No.
Total
What's-
is 19.
What's your total? Add your DCV.
DCV 16, 25.
26.
Oh, yeah, 26.
No, you're
24.
9, 24.
25.
24.
What? Yeah, what is it? 16?
16 plus
16
9.
plus 9.
25.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you were right. Okay. Yeah, that blocks. Okay. And then 7 and 8 will. 7 and 8 will go ahead and. Fire up both of you.
Okay,
One
so
for
that's
each?
One
Yep,
for each.
one for each.
So we're
Mhm.
adding this.
Yeah, the DCV part.
Oh, the DCV.
Yeah, your
Okay.
DCV.
Yeah, I'm just like,
23.
nope.
Wait, 16.
22.
Yeah, 23.
9 plus 14. 23. So you're going to take 20, but you don't.
Ah!
Sparks fly.
You missed it by 1.
While we're doing this, I would like to retcon something.
What?
I would like the suit to physically, fit my character.
Yeah, it does.
One, I mean, actually, so you can tell that I'm obviously a feline underneath all that. It makes a lot more sense. I can understand why they didn't do it in the show for, Doggy Kruger, because they'd have to make a custom helmet for him, and that's expensive. Especially since he didn't do that very often, did he?
No, he morphed enough. He did.
Yeah, but, I mean, think about how much money they would have had to spend to make a special helmet for him.
Well, like I said,
and considering they were using footage from the Japanese shows,
Well, kind of funny because his head is also shaped like a dog in the Japanese.
But
Not like that, but yeah.
and then if you look at the original Mighty Morphin, the original Yellow Ranger was a dude, and all the footage they use for a lot of those other fight scenes are pulled from the Japanese show.
Yeah.
So Mighty Morphin was actually a dude in the Yellow Ranger suit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it would fit us better, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, if you want to roleplay it that way, that's cool. for all intents and purposes. I
So,
mean,
like, basically because I feel it would fit
you
better,
would have.
they would just do
It's
that.
not gonna have like a noticeable like hanging tail that you can like how you would pin up a tail in the back of something. Like it has a spot for your tail. It's just gonna be like sitting on your back though.
So it's obviously suited and everything. It's just pinned down or in a way that it's not going to
Not
be...
gonna get in the way or
All
an easy
right.
target. So the cycle of bots have wet. Now it's Artilicon. Oh, good. And he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna look. Let's see how you Rangers like this. And he do this. He'll raise his arms, and the missile pods open up and start launching at the 5 of you. Roll for defense.
Oh my god.
Or do you
Did he
Yeah,
roll
you
snake
can-
eyes?
Yes.
Oh, that's going to suck.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. That's a direct hit on me.
21.
19.
So I'm 17.
I have
So
23.
18.
Oh, shit.
No, wait, no, 9, 26.
23.
I'm at 18.
23.
We all get hit then.
You all take 100 damage. You take 150 damage.
Ow!
For the crit fail.
Damn.
Yeah, that hurts.
I'm almost dead already.
Okay, so fun fact. When you guys actually reach 0 HP on the ranger suit, you just demorph. You will not die in the ranger suit. The,
Okay.
the morphing grid will
That
take the
doesn't-
hit for you.
But so if we run out of HP out of the morph, we die.
It's
And it will just be like Super Sentai, where the rangers die all the time.
So
Oh no!
Super Sentai.
So when we die, can we have a funeral?
Right?
It's like, why are we doing this again? Because he died. But we didn't know him.
Well, the poodle is
But
dying.
he still died. But we didn't know him.
But he died.
Anyway.
And we have to be nice.
What do you
Okay,
got left?
so...
Of 100.
Can't get the pin.
So,
More than
the Artilicon will
30.
get to go again. Ow. Since it is the end of the round, Artilicon will get to go again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not rolling great.
So Artilicon always attacks
I don't know
twice.
why the dice ain't
Well,
right.
if the villains go last, they
Is it
start off the next
150
round.
or-
Like,
You
fill
said
it.
150?
Yeah,
So
you take
wait.
150.
So that means he won't be attacking at the
30
end of
left.
the turn then.
Right. He is just going to take one of his arm cannons and he's going to point towards Diogenes and he's going to fire it off.
He keeps throwing.
Cheese and crackers.
No, mouse and crackers.
If you give a mouse a morpher.
There you go, Tom and Jerry.
Okay, so...
Ooh.
6 is 22, 24.
27. So you take 60 damage.
Yeah, definitely cheese and crackers.
Okay.
I'm at 40 HP now.
I'm at 30.
So I'm going to
50.
pop this over to Jason. You go ahead and you get next turn.
I'm gonna use gold lightning on the big guy.
Okay. So you charge up your Gold Ranger staff. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
28. Critical.
Oh, yeah, and I crit failed. So,
Oh!
alright, so how much does Gold Lightning do?
40. And
So-
it pierces armor.
Okay, so 40 with damage multiplier 5, which is 20. Then because you critted and I crit failed, we're going to double that. So that's 800.
You shot me. You shot me right in the arm.
Okay, so
Or do you do gold
now
crazy?
that was your turn. Did you want to do anything else? That was your attack action. You still have a move and you still have a free action.
No, I'll stay in place.
Okay, you're good. Then you pop.
Who goes next?
Diogenes.
All right. See, there are 1, 2. Question: can counter range? I can counter a ranged attack, right?
So, you guys will notice that you guys do have counters on your sheets. I made sure every single ranger had a counter. If you go ahead and decide at any point in time to counter an attack instead of just straight defending. It will still be a defense roll, and if you win the defense roll, you will go ahead and do the damage back.
Question.
Yes.
So if we don't choose to dodge or block the attack, will we be taking the attack on the chin to counter it, or do we avoid taking the damage altogether?
What essentially happens is that depending on your method of meaning to defend, you kind of role play it out. So if you choose to counter it without straight up blocking or defending, it's like, oh, well, I'm using my laser blaster to counter. You would essentially just be like, you know,
Pew pew.
like maybe like the light, like if you're just standing there anyway, you know, maybe like you're kind of, yeah, like you'll just take it straight on, like, because it wasn't strong enough, and then just fire it back. But let's see how you roleplay it out.
Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to Saba, use lightning. It's going to cost me 20 energy.
Saba lightning.
Yep, it pierces armor.
Okay, so Saba will go like, right, Ranger, I have it, and he floats up out of your hand, and you see his eyes glow, guys, and it's like, shh. So first of all, roll me a d6.
1d6.
Yep, roll me 1.
1.
Okay, then never mind. Go ahead, and you're gonna use it on our telecon.
This will hit multiple targets or just one target?
Well, that's what I was having you roll. Now it's gonna just hit the 1.
Alright, yeah, I'll aim at Artilicon. Considering he's hit me twice, specifically,
Yep.
I want to share my annoyance with him
Okay, go ahead.
in the way that only a cat can,
By being spiteful and evil.
by being a spiteful prick.
So peeing on his clothes. Got it.
No,
Well,
Sprite.
actually, no, I'm going to wait till he's sleeping, and then I'm going to
Spray on
stick
his
my
face.
butt out and dump on his face. I kid you not, my mom had a cat that used to do that to my aunt. They hated each other.
Oh my god. All right.
Right in her hair, too.
Ugh.
Middle of the night.
Fine.
Okay, so ACV 16, 19. Not a very good roll.
Fell down one.
Yeah, this
Not
one-
a total failure, but damn close.
Yeah, no, this one is unfortunately a block for him. So the lightning will go ahead and hit him, and you see him raise his arms, and the lightning directly hits his arms, and you see like his eyes glow, and then his cannons look like they're ready to be charged up. And he just laughs it off. Foolish Ranger!
I will go ahead and I will spend the 5 energy to prep Saba's I-beam counter because it counters range.
Yeah, you don't have to prep that.
I don't?
No.
Okay.
No prepping involved. The counters will be automatically defense rolls. Okay, go ahead and popcorn.
I'm going to pass it on to Melody here.
Okay.
What does trans blaster do?
It makes them the opposite gender.
I was gonna ask that.
It's actually from the transgalactic daggers they use. So the trans blaster's actually a
We're definitely
it
editing
actually
that
opens to it actually uses energy straight from the trans dagger to go ahead and blast.
So you're
It's like a
Alright.
death
she's
ray.
throwing an energy knife?
No,
No,
not
more like
quite
an
that.
energy beam
I'm gonna
out
use
of a
trans
wand
blaster
kind of thing.
Okay.
against the big guy.
All right.
We're just ignoring the little ones. But then again, he did hurt all of us.
Yeah, he kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, it's the trans dagger that will also
Encounter range.
yeah. Well, I was just looking at it, making sure that it.
I
did
can't
what
kill
I
that
thought it
dude
was.
before he even gets a
That's
chance.
what I was thinking. I'm like, what is trans?
Yeah, we definitely have to edit that out.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't fit on the sheet otherwise.
No, I'm talking about my
He
comment.
said-
Oh,
What he
Like,
said.
what does the trans dagger do? It makes them the opposite gender. Definitely gonna have to cut
That's-
all that out.
I don't think that's necessary, but like, you know, that's.
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, well, I mean, anybody thinking otherwise, I mean, may have thought the same thing if they don't know Power Rangers. So.
If-
Right? Like, wait a minute.
if you didn't hear it before, this is an adult viewing, and this is not meant for children. So
Actually,
Well,
this is
this
supposed to
is-
be meant for children.
This one
Oh,
was
no.
meant for family
Oh
viewing,
no!
so
Uh-oh.
We're trying to keep it as Power Rangers as possible, so see what happens. All right.
Okay.
which is why I requested that we have that edited out.
we have to edit out the crack too. Because
No. Because,
So
technically this is an
Transblaster-
anti-drug PSA.
Yeah.
Technically.
Is it my DCV or my?
Your ACV. Your ACV means attack combat value. DCV means defense combat value.
23.
26. So you hit him, and he once again raises his arms to go ahead and block it, and his eyes glow a different color, and the cannons look more charged up.
What
I'm
about
not
the
liking
counter range?
The counter range just means that if he shoots again at you guys, you can use that, and if you succeed, you'll be able to hit him with it.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Mm.
So do I take damage?
No, you take no damage. He didn't attack you.
Okay.
You went and attacked him. He just blocked it. So you choose who goes next.
Me.
Done.
Okay.
Forget your
So,
team.
like, that didn't work as well as I thought. I'm gonna change. Let's see. This one looks right. Magical Source! Mystic Force!
Can I make a mind check?
Yeah.
Based off of what I've seen?
Sure. What are you examining?
I think he's absorbing our energy into those artillery cannons.
And I just helped absorb
damage.
more.
Well, because I hit him with the lightning and it did no damage. And then the gun started to glow. She did something else with her daggers and his eyes turned a different color, but his guns glowed again.
So you have
Hypothesis.
Blue Ranger, pink, red.
Oh, sorry.
We're gonna go red.
You gonna go red?
We're gonna go red.
Alright.
By the way, you heal 20 HP, so when you remorphed, so you went from 170, you took what, 100 damage?
I took 100 damage and 120 damage.
120 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the
Mystic Force Red Ranger is 160.
160? So you heal 20, so you'll just be at. Let's see, so
I'll be at 70, right?
you'll be at 110.
Okay.
Okay, I got a 15, excuse me, on my mind roll.
Here's what you know. Looking through the visor of the Red Ranger,
Red?
I'm sorry, the White Ranger, you go ahead and, hold Saba, and Saba will tell you, if you're trying to examine that monster, point me at him, and then go ahead and I'll scan. And he'll go ahead and he goes, scan complete. White Ranger, yes, he is absorbing energy, and it is through energy attacks that he is able to absorb. Because it is a cannon, cannons lose momentum when they are physically pushed.
Okay, guys, I've got some bad news here. All of our ranged energy-based attacks, we can't use that. He's just going to absorb it and make his weapons more powerful. We're going to have to get all up in him.
Okay, so I'm going to use. So using items, is that a free action or is it a action?
You're talking about like your transformation?
Yeah, okay, me transforming is a free action, right?
Right.
But on the character sheet, it has a item.
Which is the item for you?
Mystic Legend Armor.
Yes, that is another transformation.
Okay, so
It is a power up.
Okay.
So yes, because you're not morphing, you can technically use it if you want.
Okay. Legendary Source, Mystic Force, and I used to Mystic. I used to.
I think it's legendary force.
Yeah, it's Legendary Source. It's a
Oh,
source.
legendary source, mystic force.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So you go ahead. You'll heal another 20. You'll heal another 20 for powering up. And you can go ahead and now you will be able to use all of his attacks because there are some attacks in some forms you need to be enhanced for.
So I'm going to use Mystic Legend Strike. Mystic Legend Strike.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
So that is going to be 22.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go ahead and hit.
Okay.
So you run up on him.
Shiny magic sword thingy.
Magic
Go!
sword.
You turn your wand into the sword and go ahead and strike at him. And yeah, you'll go ahead and strike him for how much? What's the damage?
80.
80 damage plus 5. Times 5. So 400 damage. Alright.
And it is your turn, Hillbilly Joe.
Alright.
Instead of G.I. Joe, it's Hillbilly Joe.
Hillbilly
Quantum boost.
Quantum boost. Okay. So that means I go 3 in here. 4. Come on.
Hey guys, I have heals.
That is definitely something that is needed.
So you go ahead and you do
So you
heal
are
up
jealous?
another 20 damage from you. So you go from what were you at before?
I'm at 10 now.
No, he was at 30. He had 30 HP left.
Then you heal up to 50.
Oh, okay.
Well, hold on, because I think that significantly raises your HP. What are you at?
Yeah,
320?
it does.
Oh, okay, so 320 from
30.
Well, from 150, so you're up at 170. So 170 is your new HP right now. Okay, so what are you doing?
I am. Shoot, all these are all energy. Wait, what's the mega quantum booster?
Mega Quantum Booster. It's
That
essentially so when you transform into this, you have like battle armor on, and you look like you have rollerblades on, and on your back are jet is pretty much jetpack, so you can charge at him, and essentially like strike him with the blades on your
I
arm.
will do that.
Okay. Quantum Booster, go ahead, roll.
You got some hella luck, dude.
What was it again? DCV?
ACV.
I mean, really
16
good luck,
ACV.
kids. Not hella. Don't use
What,
more hella.
ACV? 16. So
We'll just cut that out.
26.
You hit. Okay. So
That's
what's
for
the damage?
150.
That's for 150. So 150 times. Oh, damage multiplier is 10. Okay. So 1500. That will kill it.
Kill who?
The Artilicon.
Oh.
I'm
So
just like, no!
he goes ahead and he's like, no, that will, no, not here. And he reaches up and he, like right here with his arm, and he rips off a patch which bubbles, and then he'll grow to a ginormous size.
Oh, good. Is that?
And then he'll essentially go, now take on the big guns.
Wait. That's not fair. They didn't say they could grow big.
It's okay, 80s man. We have a solution for that too.
The-
They're called Zords.
Yeah. So Millennium Ranger contacts you over and goes, "Do not worry. You will be able to call any Zord from your particular Ranger's abilities."
Sorry to be ignorant, 80s man and all, but what's a sword?
It's a giant robot.
Ooh.
It's a gun.
And I'm actually going I call the White Tiger Zord.
Okay. Well, so you'll call the White Tiger Zord,
And then I'm gonna do the whole super jump into it. Because, Power Rangers.
Wait, who's this Quantum Zord?
Quantum Rex.
Oh, yeah, I'll use
Even
it.
though we're different orange or whatever, could we
We would
still
have
form together and make one robot, or only if we're
Actually,
the same?
only if you're the same. But I'll let you guys in on a secret that is common knowledge amongst the Power Ranger community. Which
Gundams
is,
exist. Oh, 1979. That's what they.
Yeah.
So we would have gotten the bootleg ones here in America. The bootleg cartoon.
Gundam.
Going Gundam style.
What you know is, what's common knowledge amongst the Power Rangers community is that any Ranger can technically summon any Megazord by themselves. It is just in case they are not able to get to them. So, like, there's an episode of Power Rangers where Kimberly's fighting a monster by herself and is able to form the Megazord without
Yeah, I
everyone
remember
else.
that.
Nice.
Didn't she get him sick? The monster.
Yeah, she did. So, two
that's
things that you
interesting.
know, also, for you all, you guys do have a couple of different Zords here. For Mighty Morphin, like, in case you not only have control of the White Tiger Zord, you have control of the Falcon Zord and the Falcon Shogun Zord. So, two things to keep in mind. So, for others, yeah, some Rangers have multiple Zords.
What the
So you summon that. Are you using the Red Ranger's dragon, or are you using something else?
It's a dragon, Nick.
What do you think?
It's that whole bear in the woods question. Honestly, what do you think the answer to that's gonna be? Trick question. You already know the answer. This is happening. This is a thing,
You do that to me all the time.
and it's happening.
Does the bear shit in the woods?
He does
Does the
that.
person?
How do you know? The bear tears apart the observer.
Let's go, Mystic
Fall
Dragon!
to pieces. Rip, rip, rip. Is there a bear ranger?
No.
By design? No.
Huh? You would think that a bear would have been a
Wait.
You also
Yeah,
have a
there's-
Mystic Phoenix you can use, but you're gonna use the dragon.
I'm gonna use a dragon, but
dragon.
It-
This is Theo. It's a dragon.
Wait, hold on a minute. Wait.
do I have to use the Phoenix because I'm powered up or something?
Hold on.
Let's hope that you can use the one you want to use.
No, you can use the dragon. You're good. Okay.
Hey.
I remember there was one. I think there was one ranger that was bear-like, I think, or something like that.
Excuse me.
For the rest of you summoning a Zord?
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
Quantum
Help us.
Rex.
I'm gonna summon Paramidas.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Up, so new round starts with combat, and Diogenes, you're first.
All right.
So you know, after looking at your Tiger Zord and looking at your wristwatch for more information on it, yeah, you can do quite a few things with this.
All right. So what I'm going to do is, being a tiger, I'm going to attack like a tiger. I'm going to circle around back, and I'm going to go for the back of his leg.
Okay.
I'm-
First, I want you to go ahead and on your blank skill area. So you've earned your first skill, which is Cat Affinity Ranger, and you're gonna give yourself one level in it.
Cool.
So that means that every single time you use a Cat Ranger of any sort of power or Zord, you will get bonuses to it depending on the roll.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
Okay.
And yeah, so I'm going to do the basic bite attack, and I'm just basically going for the back of the legs. Though my whole goal for this is anytime he tries to turn around to face me, I'm going to stay behind him. I'm just going to keep, I'm going to claw swipe and bite at his back.
Okay. So you're gonna jump over and attack him from behind, essentially.
Yes.
Go ahead and
Again, my goal here isn't actually to take him down. It's to cause a big enough distraction that you guys can actually lay down the big damage.
Okay. It's really, really warm in here.
Yeah,
No.
this doesn't really have much in the way of range.
I was gonna say if we could end up putting that up either on the table or if we can raise it up a bit.
I don't. It'll block the camera.
It might.
Too tall. Hit the TV.
We'll ask them if they can raise it up a bit later.
Yeah.
I wonder if this guy can overload on energy.
24.
That's something you guys haven't checked yet. You guys know he can absorb
I'm
it.
about to take all my. I'm sorry. Freaking take all my guns And just
Yeah,
fire them
you hit.
all at once.
So you're gonna bite him in the leg. What's the damage for the bite?
200.
What's the damage multiplier?
The modifier?
The DM, the modifier.
16.
Okay. Modifying that.
Nick?
Yeah.
I don't see a DM on this.
It's gonna be in the little white section where it tells you
Over on
which
the right.
ranger. And yeah.
I'm applying certain damage values for this
Mhm.
because this is everything. No, I'm sorry. Actually, everything is already modified into this. I put all the damage calculations into this already. I didn't do it for the rangers because rangers I wasn't sure about. So 200, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll do. Okay.
And then I will go ahead and bounce my turn. Well, not my turn, obviously, but bounce to Soldier Boy.
Okay.
Since I've got this thing suitably off balance, let's see if he can do the coup de grace.
So what are you trying to do with this?
I want to shoot everything I got to see if it overloads.
So you actually want to purposely try to overload him?
Yes. It's a
I want you to
tactical
roll me
thing.
a military science roll first.
We can only do it individually.
6.
We can't go together and do attacks.
You guys can coordinate. So,
So I
if
got
you
12.
and so if you on your turn, I'll be like, Jason, I want you to help me with this attack, and you guys can coordinate how you're going to do it.
Well, because I was doing the guns.
Yeah.
I have hydro cannon.
Yeah, you have.
I put on the
blast,
comm. Let's
water out.
overload the sucker.
You want to try to overload with him?
Yeah.
You want to see if Melody wants to help you with the attack. Okay, so you kind of look like a I want to say it's a tanker truck of water essentially with hydro cannons on it. So yours actually transforms into a robot that looks like a firefighter almost.
Mm-hmm.
And a marine, and it has 2 water cannons on its shoulders. So you go ahead and which laser are you gonna do?
Rex mouth laser MK3.
Okay, so you're gonna do MK3, and you're gonna do which one?
The hydro cannon.
A regular hydro cannon? Okay. Then you guys want to purposely try to overload him.
Yes.
Okay. Roll me attack. So you're gonna make it really easy for him to hit, right? Or for him to block then.
Go by this one? or
No, it's
this
him
one?
on his back.
Now you do.
Well, yeah,
Don't
Don't worry
basically,
about me.
then you go
basically,
off
yeah.
of
I'm
yourself.
targeting directly so he can see exactly where I'm targeting.
Okay.
And I have 8,
25.
Okay.
8,
27.
27.
So because you guys are trying to, you guys make it obvious where you're gonna aim, and then you guys take fire. You guys take fire. You go ahead and your mouth cannon. The Quantum Rex opens up its mouth and it charges a big blast into it, and you stand right next to him and aim the hydro cannons at it. And you guys go ahead and you guys both fire your attacks, and he actually once again does absorb. And I want both of you to roll me mind checks. Your damage was 400. Your damage is what?
No, my damage is
300.
550.
Oh, 550. Okay.
300.
Okay.
Wait, what were we rolling again?
Mind check.
Where's that?
Mind. So 3.
3, so 10.
Okay.
9.
Okay. High enough that you guys, when you guys see it hit him, he's like, ah! And he's like, looks like he's tensing up and seizing. You see the cannons go red hot a little bit, like they're really red.
Yeah.
That's
They're
what
gonna blow?
that's what you two notice.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So
So now, off of your turn, who do you pick?
Theo.
off of that, seeing that happen,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Okay.
rush in with the Mystic Dragon Sword, and I'm going to use my Dragon Fire Breath on him.
Dragon.
Actually, before I do that, I have a question I want to ask.
You had dragon fire breath this
I-
whole time?
I'm
just
I
died.
reckon. If I grapple him in the Zord?
That's kind of what I'm doing right now.
Oh yeah, you have him held from the back.
All right.
Sort of.
You know, it'd be fun if
You
it also
can-
had the attacks and just
Can I
Technically,
bind
yeah.
him?
It's a
'Cause-
you can technically grab him as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, because I believe the
Use
Mystic
a
Dragon Zord is like the Chinese kind of long type of dragon.
No,
or
that's
is
the
it like-
Thunder Zord.
Okay.
Mystic Dragon looks more like an actual dragon.
Oh, okay.
Like a Western dragon.
All right.
So you
So
use it.
I'm gonna charge at him, and I'm gonna use my dragon fire breath.
Okay, go ahead.
So that's 19, 24, 26.
He goes ahead and once again puts his arms up as you blow the fire at him, and you keep it going for a while, and his whole body starts turning a light tint red off of all the energy you spewed out. How much damage is it?
1,000.
So we got the arms going and he got the body going.
Yeah, you guys got the cannons and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Next. Okay, Jason.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with Golden Storm.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
We're all over here doing him, huh?
You guys are all throwing energy at him
I'm the only one who isn't.
so far. Not that you don't have the capability to.
Oh,
I
no,
mean,
blame
all
him.
of my attacks are energy,
31
so
crit.
Nice.
Jeez. How much is Storm?
Its
Oh,
base
big
is
rip there, huh?
550 with a 24 damage modifier.
Dang.
Okay. So.
Owie.
Okay.
Mine's a 24 modifier actually too.
So 550.
550. Yeah.
Okay.
24. That's 13,200.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty then. And are you gonna pop it to Melody or me?
remember, if you pop it
Melody.
to him, he goes twice. If you pop it to Melody, he'll go twice. If you pop it to him, he'll go. Then Melody will go, and he won't go again.
I'll pop it to him.
Okay. The reason it goes twice is because usually at the end of the round, you get to essentially choose who goes next for the start of the round. So of course, I'm always going to choose myself.
Uh-huh.
That's why it works that way.
So if I go last, I can choose
If you
myself
go-
to go next.
You can, yeah.
Interesting.
So
So Melody, you can choose to attack twice.
our Telecon is going to go ahead and I'm going to have to roll for this because this is going to be interesting.
4.
Okay.
Is there any way I can interfere since I've got a hold of him?
Kind of. You would have to alternate your roll, but we'll see what happens. Roll me a electronics roll, Diogenes.
Do. Not my strongest skill.
It's my strongest skill.
10.
You can read massive energy spikes coming off of our Telecon. Massive energy spikes, like
Either
You
he's
know, like,
overheating,
you-
overloading, or we about to get hurt.
you GTFO out of there quick. Like, cause this thing, the way his energy is spiking, you see his cannons, like you can hear the and give me a acrobatics check. You're essentially doing this with your Zord.
One of my better skills.
Because you're a cat.
Sure about that?
What's the modifier for it?
It's still a 6, but it's gonna be a +5. So,
Acrobatics is a 6.
well, what's your acrobatics on it?
3.
3. Then it's an 8 total.
So 8.
Yeah.
How do you
14.
transform into Megazord?
Hmm?
I can do that myself, right?
What?
Transfer into Megazord.
Okay. You go ahead and back up, and he's gonna go like, "Take this, Rangers!" And he starts exploding a little bit and starts hurting himself after trying to release the energy.
He's like, ah!
Oh, crap.
And go ahead, Melody, you're up.
Wait, I have this, but I can use either one or.
This is what you're in right now. So this is the one you're using.
Okay.
That doesn't sound ominous at all.
Good thing we're in a well-lit room, in a well-lit building.
Closed off from everyone else.
Yeah, you're right. There could be zombies out there.
Could be.
Let's go with hydro cannon again.
Okay.
Wait, no. What
If we were
what
locked
is
in here
Tidal
and there are
Torpedo
zombies
do?
out there, what would we do?
So from
Play a
your
game.
hydro cannons, it essentially essentially fires torpedoes from where the cannons are on your shoulders.
No, it's a hydro cannon again.
Okay.
This and
Boom, boom.
19 and 11 is 30. Right? 19 and 11 is 30.
Yep. You hit.
300.
300.
With how much multiplier?
Okay, so new round. Go ahead and choose who starts.
Jason.
I'm gonna use Golden Storm again.
Go for it. Roll.
I'm gonna go Megazord.
I didn't get hit the other round, right? The other attack. Okay.
24.
24 total?
Yeah.
Yep. That hits. So damage?
550.
550. Alright. Popcorn it. Who's next?
Keith.
Okie dokie.
I want... before your turn starts, you hear, Rangers, I must tell you that there is also more trouble brewing. The Time Force Rangers are having trouble. When you get a chance, you may want to go and help them.
I say
What
I
do,
got.
boss.
I say I could go give him backup right now. I'm pretty sure everyone else got this one.
Do you want to disengage?
Yeah.
Okay, give me your Zords back. You go ahead and teleport toward there. We'll see you in a moment.
Oh, we got done boned.
Okay, so I'm going to use Dragon Fire Breath again
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
against the guy.
Okay.
I'll make it quick.
Take a little bit of time. You got
Is
some
that what
time.
your girlfriends ask you to do?
All the time. They can't handle this.
I guess they do it to save
Child
his ego.
friendly, they say.
We can't help it.
Editing, they say.
27.
Damage?
1,000 and modifier is 20.
Wait, what do you mean by modifier?
The
Modifiers
damage
on
modifier.
the-
Oh, I haven't been telling you my modifiers.
It's okay. I've been looking at them.
Oh, okay.
Like I kind of said, I kind of already added them into the damage
Sorry.
already.
I
No,
was
you're
like,
good.
wait a minute. What?
So, Nikki, how much damage did I do?
You did 1,000 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, all the modifiers for the Zords were added in. I didn't add in the modifiers for the Rangers.
Okay.
This has been kind of a hit and miss project for me. I've been trying to make sure I can, essentially do all that.
We're
Yeah,
ending
I
this
want
part
some
out, right?
Kind of.
Alright, so continuing on.
So yeah, so you guys see the Quantum Rex go away, is no longer here.
Okay. So, we're going to popcorn it to Catboy.
Well, since this thing still has its back to me, I'm going to attack it from the back with Sonic Roar.
Give me a give me that roll.
So how much of a boost does he get for doing stuff for his cat thing?
It's a random boost based on his roll at the moment.
Okay, 6.
Because it's only a
4.
single level in it, so.
Okay, so 29.
That hits.
Mm-hmm.
When they opened the door, that helped.
He also turned on the air.
Okay. So our telecon is destroyed.
I was looking at that.
Boom!
Yeah, the damage for the sonic roar is 450.
He only had 150 left, so.
So I almost killed him right there.
I vibrated him to atoms.
So you guys go ahead and you guys, we'll actually wait for them for a minute.
So the double fireball and triple fireball, do those hit 3 times and do the damage?
They
Or?
have potential to hit 3. With double fireball and triple fireball, you have the ability to
So does
hit three or 2 targets with a fraction of the damages, or they hit for, or they
all 3 or 2 hit for the maximum
total,
amount?
yeah.
All right, so are we going to pause for the moment?
Just for the moment. Oh, this has been fun so far. It's been kind of a mess on my end, but I have to
I
get
gotta
better
stand
with
up and
these.
stretch.
Yeah, just for a bit.
Well, this is an experiment of love for you, and keep in mind, we do Blackland Space, my game, which will be coming on the same channel. It will be an experiment of my love, and you guys will.
By the way, do you still want me to drop some rolls
See.
for you? I've got one for you. It's a Cthulhu-based one.
Yeah.
I got
Later.
an idea. Give Destiny Project a drawing roads.
It's okay. No,
We can edit this
Yeah,
out.
this part's gonna be edited out because
Okay.
we're just essentially waiting for them at the moment.
Boobs, tits, ass.
Tight, wet vagina.
So, but yeah, this is so far this is going good. I need to edit the creature's stats a little bit because
Overpowered or underpowered?
slightly under defensed. I was trying to make this. I'm trying to balance the stats on them to make them a little fair. Like I gave them better attack but slightly less defense.
Because most of them were built to do damage, not take it.
Right.
Well,
So and that. So
Unless
I'm
there were
wondering.
specified monsters that
So
were.
I'm wondering if I gave them I'm wondering if I should boost up their HP because of their low defense, or if I should give them better defense and keep their HP.
why don't you have a base monster template that you can assign like what you want their hit points, power points, and all that, and like the basics, and then come up with a small table,
That's actually kind of what I did.
something like this. Yes, but do a randomizer.
And have it
Like-
go between this and this and
Well,
what,
like have like a randomizer, like for each one of those, like 1 random trait, 2 random traits, 3 random traits, 4 random traits, and have a trait table that you can roll a percent, like a specific die or percentile, and you add those random traits in there. So you might have that one boss that when it loses half of its HP, it changes forms, gets its health back, but it just gets meaner. Or you might have that minion that when it dies and it explodes, it has the potential to do damage. Or that one minion that, its attack sucks and its HP sucks, but good luck hitting it because one of the random trait it rolled was evasion, or this game's equivalent of evasion. So if you don't hit it, if you don't hit a certain number, if you don't roll a certain number to hit it, it automatically dodges and takes no damage. Or maybe give them like an action point system where like certain things they can blow action points to pull off a move or a dodge or some sort.
What's going on?
Waiting. Hey.
L'chaim.
Hi.
Guten Morgen, would you pull over, please? Oh, she denied.
Sorry, babe. What are you doing?
He's scratching his butt.
Howie doesn't have one.
So I'm essentially just scratching my back. The space where my butt is actually just wooden planks.
So I can do this because you're at least there.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
So sit back down. Continue this for a minute.
Ugh. Ripping up orange.
So am I at full health again?
No.
Or? Okay, I got morph again.
Did
No,
you want
he
to
killed
morph?
you.
Did you want to morph just as you're getting there?
Yeah.
What do you want to morph to?
Let's see.
Kleenex
Phantom
Cottonelle 2-ply bulk toilet tissue, selling on eBay for $215.98.
We're done here.
Oh my
All right,
god.
So
Shift into turbo. Phantom Ranger. Power.
Phantom Ranger power. Okay.
$215.
One regular roll.
That's
Go ahead
legit.
and
Yes.
Go ahead and give
It's a
yourself.
legit posting on eBay.
Go ahead and
Yeah,
give
that's
yourself another 20
no.
HP.
That no one's buying. And I'm surprised that eBay people let that happen.
They'll sell anything on eBay. You can even buy weird potato chips that look like people.
That's not what I meant by that. I'm surprised they're letting someone so blatantly, sell something that isn't worth that for that.
Did you know there was the guy who I think
Actually,
Joyce said it.
Yeah.
The guy who
190
sold Perel was
Plus,
went on
$20
to-
for
you
two.
heal back
Yeah,
to full
$2
gun.
for 2 bottles of it.
A place in New Jersey, a store in Jersey City, got fined $10,000 for gouging prices on all their items.
Yeah, there's
They
something
were
good
they
everywhere.
quadrupled the prices. Like even on gum was like $15. I was like, okay.
See, if people were smart, instead of trying to gouge the prices like that, they'd buy it in bulk and then turn around and donate it to like a hospital or something. And as long as they got the paperwork that can prove that they donated it, they can write it off on taxes.
We're indicating that people are smart.
Yeah, that's true. People are typically morons.
cool. Camouflage just basically puts me invisible, huh?
Huh?
Does camouflage put me invisible?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. I really like Phantom.
It's gonna be invisible and the monster's gonna be looking for him like, where'd he go? And while you're distracting the monster, we could go up and boom.
I'm not with you guys anymore.
Oh, you're in another part. What,
I
aren't we
basically
about to meet up
overloaded.
with them?
Can you double morph?
You're gonna. What do you mean?
Like, for example, if I decided I wanted to do Time Force and then Quantum Power, could I do Time for Time Force, Quantum Power?
He
Basically,
morph
into the
he
Time Force
skipped one.
Ranger and then jump right into the Titanium.
Jump into quantum? I mean, you
Oh,
could,
yeah.
but you can only morph once. You can only actually morph once per turn, but you could transform into like a battleizer the same turn.
Gotcha. So, what do I see?
So you go ahead and you teleport to where the Time Force Rangers are. Sitting there at the Time Force Rangers, though, there are the 5 core Rangers, the Quantum Ranger, which is what you're not anymore. You're Phantom Ranger, which Phantom Ranger is like an all-black suited Ranger. He has like a wide visor, a red ruby in the middle. And what's cool about it is that like when you teleport there, they're actually all damaged and on the ground trying to get up. You teleport in. What you see is a guy with a metal face, and he's got like some kind of tatterish general's clothes on, and he has 2 bone swords, like they're bone handled and they're silver blades. Then the other one with him is a gold robot. And the other one you recognize the only one you recognize out of them is a guy you've seen the Millennium Rangers show, Dracus. And he's standing right beside them. And Dracus will go, oh, him. That's one of the Millennium Rangers. Power Ranger from another age. Doesn't matter. I'll kill you too.
Good luck with that camouflage.
Okay. So your action is the
Camouflage. Add +10 to DCV and it costs 10.
okay. So then every time you make a defensive roll, you will add 10 to your DCV.
You know, does he have to roll to use
No.
camouflage?
No.
Who?
Let's see. You go ahead and
I moved to the side. So
Rancic is the man with the metal face, with the bone swords. He's gonna go ahead and try to jump at you just as you're disappearing.
No, he ain't.
Yeah, nope.
He's basically just like, I'm gonna squat here. Oh, poof.
Yeah, he slices both at you with the swords, and yeah, he completely misses.
I counter.
Uh,
Phantom power.
Yeah, you can counter a melee. So the melee would be
Phantom laser. No.
no,
Phantom
just
power.
wait, hold on. Oh yeah, no, because you can use those as regular counters. So Phantom Power.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
We should make a Cult Rangers.
8.
That's what Mystic Force essentially was.
Like, turn into a
27.
ghost and possess your enemy.
No, they were like
Magic.
Harry Potter. Wizard. Harry
Like
Potter.
Wizard
25.
Rangers, Magi Rangers.
25.
Yes, Mystic Force. 25?
Well, I was talking about like things where all their powers are emulating things like Frankenstein,
Like ghosts and vampires.
ghosts and shit.
Oh
like that.
jeez, yeah.
It's like whoever the Ghost
Spooky
Ranger
Rangers.
is.
So you go
They
ahead
can
and
go walk
yeah,
through walls
you
and stuff.
actually end up firing like a strong energy blast like right at Rancic's chest, and he'll go flying back a bit. And he's like, interesting powers. Very interesting. And Dracus is gonna hold up a hand, it's gonna start to glow. He goes, I got this. 1 minute, Rancic.
No, you don't. So then, 24.
Yeah, I got it. 29.
Ah.
He has a higher.
He has a way higher attack.
Oh, wait.
You start to
Is my doing defense?
yeah, you're doing defense on this.
Okay, my bad.
So you're doing defense on this, so you add 10 to that.
19.
Okay, so 29.
Alright, then you match.
No, that's 29 normally, but then you add your roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
so 29, 36.
Okay.
Same thing.
Yeah, it'll still hit you, but it won't do any damage, but we'll take you out of camouflage. So it'll go like ah, and then shocks of lightning bolts come from his hand and hit you, and it disables your camouflage for now.
We have a Palpatine
Ow.
right here.
And he'll go. It's like, but it's fair, Ranger, unless you're scared. Bring it. And he'll hold up his hand. You guys just got done with the Artillicon, and you guys can now join Jacob where he is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys morph out. You guys can give me the Zords back.
Question. What happened
Rangers,
to the?
just as what I'm doing to do the Ranger
What
too, because I'm
happened
going to change
to
Rangers.
the
Okay.
little guys? Are they still there?
You guys.
I think we
technically
stepped on them.
You guys technically destroyed them.
Like the moment we shifted to the Zords, they got stepped on. Somebody stepped on them.
I'm gonna say that they got disbanded. They're gone.
Okay, because
Either by us or by their boss.
Yeah,
you know.
someone has to stay back and actually, deal with these guys, or they're gonna run amok and make a mess of the city and everything.
Who are you morphing into?
Let's see. Wild access! Ha!
Okay, you get. It says Mystic Force. You get a Red Ranger, which is a Lion Zord, so it's Lion affiliated.
Nice.
A White Ranger, which is a Wildcat. Yellow Ranger, which is an Eagle. Blue Ranger, which is a Shark. You get a Wolf, Silver Wolf, or you get a Bison-based Ranger.
No, because he gets a cat bonus, so
Yeah.
Where are you?
wolves part of cats?
No.
Aren't they?
No.
No,
A wolf is
no
a
dog.
dog. You get that one.
Wolf love.
Yip, 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 yip. It's good. Fuzzy football.
Okay. So it's gonna be between red or white.
Rolling to the
Double
side.
1 to 50 is red. 51 to 100 is white. Red it is.
Okay. Why did it?
Red.
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 Oh, my bad.
Very good, sir.
So I basically teleported right in time.
You'll gain 20 HP back from whatever your total was previous. Okay, so you guys teleport in to where Jacob is, and you guys notice Rancic, Vrax, not Vrax,
One on his back.
yeah, Vrax and Dracus standing there and waiting for you guys. And Dracus will go, oh good, there were the other 4.
That must be the dealer.
You know,
Must be the
friend
pimp.
from the 80s. You need to stop with that.
That's right. That must be the pimp.
You're
What,
not
does he
helping.
look like a pimp? I mean, could a person from the 80s mistakenly think the guy dressed in clothes could be a pimp?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you couldn't.
No, it could,
That's not fancy enough.
Not from this.
Not nearly fancy enough.
That would have been funny though.
If it was a pimp, it was a pimp from the ghetto that had no money for anything else.
There are a lot of pimps like that.
Right?
I guess. But
Okay.
I wouldn't know otherwise. Okay.
Right.
So, you go ahead and you teleport in, and you get first shot.
I want to use
Yeah, mix.
Crystal Saber Blast,
Meow, meow, meow,
Okay.
meow, meow, meow.
and it has the stun effect on it.
Okay, cool.
I like chicken. I like liver. Meow, mix,
Please
fill.
deliver.
27. Crystal Saber Blast.
So you go ahead and you charge up the saber and you fire it at which one of them?
He sees the one I hit, right?
The
Dracus.
Dracus.
You go ahead and fire it at Dracus, and Dracus just holds out his hand and
Not one of those again.
then hits you with 150 shot out.
Ow.
Armor broken.
No items. Okay.
How you doing over there?
Ow. I'm laying on my back like.
Yeah, so he gets shot back
Wait,
and,
wait.
and
Does he have 9 lives because he's a cat?
we'll find out.
I should have countered with Ruby Blast.
Yeah, I probably should have done that too. Lion Fang can counter range.
Well, that was an automatic counter to your attack. Your turn. You pop to next.
Keith, the man from the 80s.
All right, so what?
All right, Luke Cage from the 80s. What are you doing?
I'm still in Mystic Force Red, so what I'm gonna do is
We should all shift to a Red Ranger.
We should just, go,
because.
we should just go Zord for it. Come here.
So I am going to use. I'm still Mystic Legend armor, right?
Yeah, you're still in the legend armor.
So I'm going to attack him with my Mystic Strike. So that's going to be 23.
35. So, you go ahead and with the legend strike, you go ahead and jump at him with your Legend Saber, and he literally grabs you in midair and just slams you into the ground. Like,
Ouch.
to the point where, like, small impact crater. 150.
I
Dang,
think
this guy's powerful.
So,
No, you demorph.
yeah, so, yeah, you
Yeah.
hit the ground and you just demorph, like,
Ow.
Ow. Watch.
What
start
happens if he
breaking.
morphs back into that ranger?
I mean, he will heal because when you transform back from from just straight human, you do gain the HP back.
All of it?
Yep.
Let's try this again.
And you're popcorning to who?
I'm gonna popcorn to Vince or
Jason.
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 I'm gonna try gold power blast on.
Okay. You go ahead and you charge up the gold ranger staff and you launch out a couple of gold power balls. He goes ahead and goes, and then just gold shot right at you. So 150.
God, this guy's just killing us.
Dang.
Well, he is the guy that was fighting, you know.
Oh,
the
you got
demon
KO'd
of-
out of it? Oh shit. Okay.
We's getting our butts whooped.
There's a big spanking going on.
There's a new
Last time I saw
concept,
this
kids.
much of an
Get your
ass whooping, it was in
whooped.
an MMA fight, and everyone was fighting.
That's when I saw a bar fight like this. I believe Lando started one. Haha, out of game reference. Okay, so.
Fucking Orlando.
God damn it. Alright. Jason, who you popping it to?
Joe.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe. Okay, so Jacob.
Alright.
What are you doing?
It's morphin' time. White Aquadar Ranger Power.
Watching to Aquatar.
I'm making sure I'm nice and healthy.
Yeah, you better be, because one's slipping. You're toast too.
Yeah, that's why I
Kidding me?
keep
I'm down to
switching
10. I'm down to 10. Someone sneezes on me. I'm demorphing. Oh, man.
Oh, it's a
Jesus
switch it.
Christ.
That's like, ah, you sneezed on me. Yes, but that sneeze contained coronavirus. Oh no!
We
Cheese
can't
and
say
crackers.
that.
Yes, we can.
God,
go on
they
YouTube-
were listening.
If we go on YouTube, it's gonna be demonetized. So we can't.
Well,
Coronavirus?
Yeah, you can't say it
why not?
because YouTube is part of YouTube's things. You can't say coronavirus. You can't say anything related to the coronavirus. So you have to say,
is that
You're
something
going to
they put
get
up
Corona
recently?
with Lyme.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm just gonna end up. I'll
No,
end up,
I wouldn't edit it because it's not like this is going to be monetized
It-
anyway.
it might be monetized one day, but we'll see. Like, if it
Yeah,
happens, then I'll
even
I'll
if
edit
it happens eventually in the future, at that point, that's not going to stand because by that point in the future, no one's going to care.
Yeah. Because by the time this goes up, which is in June, July, this is when this will be coming out.
Year of the critical.
Aquadar Ranger
I
Ball.
have the baby.
Only be used with
Once.
with all other alien rangers, so you can't use those.
Oh,
We'd
okay,
all have
okay.
to morph into an alien, into the alien rangers.
Alright. Well, White Break Dagger Stun.
Okay, White Break Dagger. Go ahead, roll.
6, 30, 22.
You go ahead and you take your Aquatar Ranger sword and go to slash at him, and he grabs you with the sword and whips the sword out of your hand and slams you into the ground, and then
Ouch.
200.
What?
Do you demorph?
Yes.
Yeah, he demorphs.
Dang.
I told
So
you
much
that was
for
gonna be
your,
no
hey,
joke.
hey! So much for your heels.
I just didn't heal.
Exactly.
I'm going back to Phantom Ranger so I can heal
This is
everyone.
this is
you're-
one of those. This is that moment where, like, if we were playing an MMO, what no heels? Boot from party.
Just so you know, some Zords, like some of the artillery Zords, like Tor and Titanus, like carrier swords, as well as some rangers do have secondary abilities that are just more than attacks. So you guys definitely want to experiment with whoever you can get.
Okay. No one up, huh? Oh no.
Yeah. Do you want to pass to Melody?
yeah.
Okay.
Or to the bad guy, because if you pass it to Melody, then the bad guy moves twice.
Possibly. You guys don't know what's gonna happen at the end of this round.
Nah,
Yeah,
Jen.
low HP.
And Sarah.
I'm gonna morph. It's morphin time. Saber-tooth tiger.
Okay.
Nice, going classic.
Interesting. We could all go classic, and then we'd just like try and lay down the hurt. But we've already shown that he can counter us.
Really well.
That looks better.
Hey, at least I got damage on one of them.
Yeah, he actually hurt himself, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Artillicon, and because Artillicon, because of you guys overloading his weaponry, he had to try to let out all
No, I
that
meant the
energy at once
guy
and kill.
I countered with the phantom power.
Oh yeah,
When I
Rancic. Oh yeah, no, you
camouflaged.
hurt him. He didn't hurt himself. Yeah,
Oh, that is true. But I dealt the killing blow on Artillicon.
Artillicon. Yeah.
I roared him into non-existence.
To be fair, you're talking like supersonic waves going through his body. So
It's
yeah.
like he yelled at me. I yelled back. I won the argument. How do you know you won the argument?
Sounds
Do you
like
see
he
him
blew
hanging
up.
around here?
It sounds like you and Destiny last time.
Oh jeez. Anyway,
So
so
no argument.
just to let you know, Destiny is full of surprises. Anyway, so
That's why it's a destiny.
So
Why are you jiggling your jiggler?
I have to remind you of the thing you can't jiggle between your legs. It's too
Oh,
soft.
I have no call there.
this is a child-friendly recording.
all right.
Oh god.
Oh, I already know it's getting cut out, so I mean, we can have fun.
Child-friendly.
All right.
Doobie doobie doo.
Power blaster.
Power Blaster.
Yeah.
Power Blaster is a 2 move.
So I can't use them.
Can't use it.
Okay.
Power blaster
Oh
requires
man, now you got me crazy, bro.
Everything.
us all.
Man.
I want trees.
All right. Tiger slice.
I love trees.
Okay. So you take out your your saber-tooth tiger daggers and roll
Tiger slicers.
And I'm gonna add my DCV to it, or ACV.
ACV. Just remember, A is attack, D is defense.
21.
31.
God,
So you go ahead and you
what you crit?
no, my
His
starting-
stats
my-
are better than
his
ours.
his stats are naturally a 28
Here's a job.
as far as an attack, and that's without him powering up. So you go ahead and you spin at him with the Tiger Slicer. He grabs you when your back is to him, like when you're spinning around. He grabs you and knee right in the spine, and then drops you
Backbreaker?
into the ground.
Ow.
150.
I'm dead.
So you're demorph.
Yeah.
Ow.
So the only one that didn't demorph from the fight is Diogenes so far.
Ah,
But he's
Where's
close.
your
So he looks and goes, "Well,
Oh.
that was a little disappointing.
hmm.
No
All
matter.
your friends do more.
I'm throwing a knife at him.
You have the dagger. I can't technically take it from you, but that's okay. I don't need to." And then you see him turn around and put his fist both through Vrax and Rancic, and he goes, "You guys are mine." And you see him slowly degrade.
He
and
absorbs them.
He fully absorbs them, and you see a bone sword sticking out of Dracus's shoulder, and he just turns and pulls him and goes, "Oh, this is what you do. That's where you got it from. That's fine." And he turns back around. "Well, this has been cute. I guess I can't get this one from you. That's fine. I'll be seeing you around for sure." And then he
Bet on
and
it.
he backs up, and he just walks into the
Flip him
portal.
off.
And you know, the Time Force Rangers are gonna finally slowly start to get up.
I take off the helmet, like just. oh.
Power down.
Oh.
And Wes is gonna run up and kneel down.
Oh.
Okay, is he from your time era? And Jen Scott, the Pink Ranger, will go, no.
Do I recognize them?
You recognize them as the original Time Force team.
So I know what year they're from?
Yes.
So I'm like...
This is the same team that got sent back to chase after Rancic originally.
What year were they from?
They're from 3000.
I'm 200 plus years ahead of you. Ow.
That explains it.
I'm gonna try and get up.
Of course, I'm not.
Am I still
You're
suited up?
still suited. You just haven't powered down.
I just all I did was take off the helmet.
Jen will look. Guys, get to the others quick. And even Eric will be like, yeah, okay. And he's gonna go after you because you actually look military. And so he helps you up. They each help you guys up. And Wes will look. What was that? What was that entirely?
Millennium Ranger tasked us with something. He tasked us to come help you. We were kind of in the middle of our own fight. We accomplished a goal, so he decided to run off before we were finished. Mind you, this is our first time working together. There's some kinks to be worked out.
Well, we're lucky he actually showed up. We would have been finished otherwise.
Well, I think if he had waited, we would have shown up at the same time anyway.
And Trip, green-haired alien, is going to walk up and go, like, teamwork or not, you did fantastic for first time.
Crack neck, like, oh.
If you call that fantastic, I'd like to know what you call horrible.
I tucked the...
I know.
I tucked the helmet under my arm. Yeah, well, we're still, like I said, working out the kinks. But, yeah. I have, to whomever is, like, immediately in front of me, I don't remember their name, like, Diogenes.
I'm Wes Collins. Of course, from what they tell me, my predecessor is, in the future, Alex.
Question, are they still suited or no?
No, they've demorphed.
I go to, before I take his hand, I realize, and I demorph. And then shake his hand. Because I don't want to accidentally hurt him by shaking his hand.
Jen is going to shake your hand as well. I'm Jen Scotts. And this is Trip. I don't remember the other two names.
Very part of the DM.
But they go ahead and they just shake your hands. Mm-hmm. We're going to be seeing you around again.
I have a feeling that it's going to be a factor, yes.
And then Jen Scotts will look, wait. But you're from
your future. They're from our past.
That means you guys are secondary time travelers, which means that this needs to...
Somehow I don't think that's going to be a factor or an issue, but I do get the impression that we will be meeting again.
Okay.
Causality will sort itself out. As long as we didn't change anything, well, important. Like the birth of Abraham Lincoln or, things like that.
We'll be seeing you around then. Just may the power protect you. Hopefully it will us next time.
Grid give you strength.
And they'll turn around and start to walk off. And Wes is gonna, Eric's gonna keep it up and run off. They'll start heading away.
All right. The moment they're gone, I have one question. Am I still in pain? Does it hurt?
Oh yeah, it hurts.
And then the moment the moment they're gone, it's like, whoever's next to me is like, oh my god, that hurts. Oh my god. I did not know I could hurt like that. I didn't want to look like a wuss in front of them. Let's get out of here.
You guys go ahead and you each press the red button on your morpher to wipe the memories for the next day.
From them?
From everyone. It'll send out a frequency around the globe.
Even us?
No, you guys know what happened, but nobody here will remember what happened today. And then you guys teleport back. When you guys get back, it's relatively cleaner in here. And the Millennium Ranger will go, oh, that was a little rough.
I take out the piece of the crystal that we retrieved and just...
I thank you for each committing today. You may return to your times. When you guys get back, like I said, You guys, no one will remember what happened. No one will know what happened today.
So we're essentially returning home exactly
I can
the
imagine
moment we
going
left.
home and telling
Yes.
this little girl
You will
a
each
bedtime
receive a call
story.
from me when another crystal shard
Once
has appeared.
upon a time.
So
Oh my god, yeah, I could totally see you doing
you guys
that.
get to keep those morphers. Make sure you have them on you at all times.
Alright.
Well, I'll make sure I have it on me.
You better lock it up like a gun, because your daughter gonna go in there and go, "Oh, what's this, Daddy?"
Oh, that would be funny.
Oh snap!
Like,
Well, no, I can imagine
Hey,
going
honey, what's
home.
this? Please don't touch that.
Once
It's a
upon
new
a time, his
invention,
wife's
it's very
down there.
buggy,
What the
it might
hell are
blow
you
up.
telling our daughter?
why are you leaving that just lying around the house? Well, it only works if you're wearing it. Sort of.
Something like that.
No, tell her it's a gun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting the Men in Black reference of. Will you stop that? You're gonna give her cancer. Damn it!
You're gonna flash away half her med school.
All right. That does
Make
it for
a
today.
happy memory.
That does it for today. Once again, we will thank everyone at Little Shop of Magic. Like I said, Left Side 91 call out for their anime gear. Best Buddies for representation and inclusion. And then last but not least, we are going to thank Hyper RPG for not only knowing that this is possible, but for giving us some inspiration behind what we're doing. My name is Nick. I am the DM for this podcast. This is Sarah. This is Donovan, Vincent, Theo, and Crow. So you'll be seeing more of us. Keep an eye out for other games to this channel, and we'll see you guys next time.
Ciao.
Deuces.